He's not muted now, are you? Hey, all right. This is New Hampshire TrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming at you from the 2018 Division One State Indoor Championships up here at Dartmouth. Today's coverage is brought to you by Patriot Pole Vault Club, our friends down in Massachusetts. Patriot Pole Vault Club. We're here with Mike Smith,
Hello.
Messinic, and he writes a lot of articles for our website. So thank you so much, Mike.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Doing that. My name is Tim Cox, and we are here right now. We're going to be with you for the next few hours. I hear they're going to delay the Super Bowl just for us, so we could get back on time, huh? That's what I heard.
What is the Super Bowl?
That's the Patriots versus Eagles. Come on, man. Tommy, the GOAT, going
Yeah,
after
the GOAT.
it. But Patriot Pole Vault, let's say a few words about them real quick. It's a phenomenal business down in Massachusetts, and they not only do a lot for the event of pole vault, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, not just coaching individuals and stuff like that. I know a couple of teams that actually rent poles for the season.
Oh, we do. Cole Brown does.
Cobra
Yeah,
does.
it's a great deal.
Conant does as well. And I mean, because otherwise, how are you going to get poles for all your kids? I mean,
Right.
it's crazy.
It's a great deal, and you get 5 poles for the price, and then you could rotate in and out.
Oh, nice.
So
you
as your athletes get better
get bigger.
and bigger, yeah, exactly. So they do a tremendous job. Coach Doug down there, he does it. We were at the Greater Boston Track Club Invitational a week ago, and he had a great group of vaulters. He was there all day because the vault was taken all day with wide range
As
of
it
abilities.
does,
But
as it
he was
does.
there, so we would like to thank Patriot Pole Vault for being our Meet Hub sponsor for today. And
Absolutely.
so if you are a business and you want to help support the website, feel free to contact us. We'll be looking for Meet Hub sponsors all through the spring because we'll be live streaming a bunch through the spring. This is our one and only live stream for indoors, but we do it at the very best. And we had a great meet earlier on with Division
We did.
Two. So if you're just tuning in, Division Two took place this morning. Team champions Wyndham High School won the boys for the
They
first
did.
time in the history of their school,
And they crushed it, really. I mean, they were.
by 20 points or so.
I think it was 20
over
points.
Portsmouth. Portsmouth always seems to be in it. The Lifers run a great program there.
Well, they had, I think, in the hurdles, they had like 8 guys make it in, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, congratulations to Coach O'Connor and Coach Fox and the coaching staff there, and obviously the kids. They have a nice track and field team.
Yes, they
span
do.
all the
Well-rounded.
events. Yeah, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
they will be. They will be. And then, of course, Sauhegan, the girls.
And Milford came down to the last event.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, so that was pretty nice, you know. And Sauhegan, I think they repeated as champions. And Milford gave it all they had. They had obviously had Lauren Robinson.
Lauren
in 3
Robinson,
events.
she was
The
I
unsung
give her
hero.
a lot of credit there. She worked really hard. Came in third
Yeah,
in the 3K. Turned around, ran the
1,000.
1,000, and without, I think she came in fifth there. But
that's
I mean,
the
it was
toughest part of
rough,
that
yeah.
that triple, and then
And
the
then turned around
1500.
in 1500.
Kate had a real strong race in the
She
1500.
did.
So
I was wondering after the 1,000 whether or not that was going to be.
yeah, that's a nice little kudos to Coach Wright and crew. They're doing a phenomenal job over there at Milford. But again, congratulations to Sauhegan, Coach Wilson, Coach Eastman, and the group of
rest of their
kids over
crew, yeah.
there. So it's a nice wide ranging of events that they can compete in. So that brings you to today. Obviously, we have our preview online on our website about today, and Pinkerton girls going for their first win since 1981. So they haven't won
It's
an
a while
indoor
back.
title since 1981. And if you would think Pinkerton would have won, but keep in mind Bishop Girton had a stranglehold on this title since
Yes.
2002 all the way to 2015 when
Yep.
Bedford took it, and Bedford has won the last 3. So,
yeah.
pretty awesome.
So, also taking a look at today, instead of just our normal one stream, we've actually introduced a second stream, which does kind of an overview of the track. So it's been pretty good during the longer events and the relays, where you can actually take a look and watch your athlete the whole time, be able to watch that exchange zone. It's been pretty exciting. So you can find that right on the Meet Hub. It's also on NewHampshireTrackandField.com, right on that left side, and of course on our YouTube page. You should be able to find it.
And that's Coach Greg Hall, co-founder of this website, but he's really the brains behind this whole operation.
Oh, I thought I was the brains behind
No,
this
man, you just know how to press buttons here and there.
Barely.
But no, we were very thankful, and we also have to be very thankful to Lancer Timing, another partner. Without Lancer Timing, Rick Berryman, Tracy at Lancer Timing, this wouldn't be possible either. We work really hand in hand with Lancer Timing and bringing this to you today.
And they've been doing this forever.
Oh yeah.
And quality of the meats is definitely part and parcel with them as well.
Yeah, and again, obviously powered by Runners Alley. Our friends at Runners Alley have been our partners now for the last couple of years, and this really wouldn't be possible without Runners Alley's support. With
certainly not the
them
live
support,
broadcast.
right? The live broadcast. A lot of things you see is because of the support of Runners Alley, and really the track and field community and cross country community. But Runners Alley has been our partner behind it all. They really do care about every runner, every age of runner, and they do everything they can to support the running community, whether you're in high school, middle school, or even obviously as an adult. So I'd like to thank them.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do spike nights for teams.
Oh yeah.
Coming up in the spring and stuff like that. Bring your team in. We went to one for cross country, and they treat you like kings, really.
Yeah, I think what I understand is that everybody that enters the store as part of that team is 20% off.
Yeah,
that's a great deal. Parents,
everything,
brothers,
but I think it was technology might have been the only thing. But after that, everything's 20%
20% off. They do want you to obviously go through the fitting process, which their fitting process you got to understand is like fitting tires to a car. You want to make sure everything is perfect. So that's kind of what we're.
Yeah, you don't want to be running on wooden tires.
Yeah, and they've just always been a great friend. So hey, here we are, the 4x8. They're strutting to the line here.
Coming on up, we've got.
Who do we got?
We got Bedford, Exeter, Pinkerton, Nashua South, Merrimack, Bishop Girton, Dover, Londonderry, and Winnicott.
And coming in, Bedford has the leading time, coming in at 10:14, Exeter at 10:17, Pinkerton 10:23, Nashua South 10:26.
Yep.
And then
last year's champ was 9:46, so it'll be interesting to see if they get after it or whether or not they're just rolling through to see who picks up the points.
4x8's always interesting.
It is
to see how coaches
you get a sense
approach it.
Yeah, you get a sense of how the meet's going to shake down after this.
Well, sometimes you have a team that might not be the best as far as you might not have great chances as a team, but then you might want to win something. So like Co-Brown boys did earlier today.
Right.
Fair start,
and they're going.
So Pinkerton with the early lead.
That's what it looks like. Somebody stepped around.
Yeah.
You have to get used to uniforms.
So it looks like.
Would that be North?
No.
No.
Exeter with the early lead. Exeter with the early lead. Merrimack second. South third. Bedford fourth. Bishop Girton fifth.
Bedford moving into second.
Valancourt in sixth with Pinkerton. We'll see. We'll give you kind of a split through the 400. Give you an idea what kind of pace they're running. Leadoff legs are definitely a lot of contact on leadoff legs. At times they're kind of misleading when you look at splits for afterwards.
Really, the top 8 are still pretty tight. It's a little stretching out, but they're within 3 seconds of each other at this point.
Valancourt and Bishop Girton moving up. Valancourt and
Dover's off the back, but the rest of them are in contact.
They're about 74 seconds through the first 400. That's 2:30 pace, give or take. 10 flat pace, give or take, for the whole 4x8. So they're ahead of pace at this point, and you would expect that. I mean, some of the 4x8s that were run this year were at UNH, and obviously that's not as fast of a track as Dartmouth.
No, we've seen that today too in the other races where they're running a couple seconds ahead.
Yeah.
On
D2 blew away their seat times.
Absolutely.
On both the girls and the boys sides. So here we go. Bishop Girton moving on to the outside. It looks like she's going to take the lead here, unless Exeter holds her off. We got 3 right in a row here.
Bishop, Girton, Exeter, Bedford, Pinkerton coming on, South, Winnicott, Merrimack.
Just taking a look to see how teams are loading up. Not sure if I see many A squads, so we'll see how they mix it up. I mean, you think about it, you might have a stud or studette that could win 2 or 3 events and even help
Right.
your relay team win. But even when she helps your relay team win, that's only
Only
2.5 points,
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
So we'll see what this first split is. It's going to be somewhere right around 230. So leadoff legs are going to be about 10 flat pace. Bedford
Yep.
hands off in the lead. And that first leg was 231. So again, about a 10:04 pace.
Pinkerton has worked their way up. They were in about 6th place with halfway through the first leg, and now they've moved right onto the back of 3rd place, which is
Bishop Girton making a strong
Strong
move
move.
towards the front. And that's Netton Jerry, I believe.
yes, it is.
So she's very much a seasoned veteran. Pinkerton, so it goes Bishop Girton, Bedford, Exeter hanging tough, and Pinkerton in 4th at this point. I don't see Jackie Gone on the line, so it's definitely not Exeter's A team, but they have a nice program over there.
They do.
Nate LeVay, Joe Scazzatelli, they do a phenomenal job over there building a program. They still will have a very strong 4x8. But Netton Jerry's stretching it out. Bedford hanging tough. Bedford winners of the last 3 Division I meets. Always have great relays and always have great field events.
Looks like Pinkerton's starting to roll up on it too.
True.
That's the thing. It doesn't matter where you are in the first half of your leg. It's really where you come into the line to hand off in.
It's good to put pressure, though, especially
It
on the
is. Oh,
second
absolutely.
leg, put pressure on the other runners. I think Netton Jerry's running a great leg right now.
I do too.
A lot of times, second leg, if you put one of your best runners second leg, you could blow something open. And it could really help your anchor leg, especially if they might have a big menu for the day.
Little breathing room.
Yeah. Yeah, Netton Jerry's just kind of.
The other thing is, I think once you hop out into a lead in the 800, you can kind of relax a little bit. And if they come up on you, then you
I
can
agree.
turn on the jets again.
So
I think it's hard to get by.
They got Caroline Toll, third leg, about to get the stick in one lap, and she's a solid
She
800
certainly
meter
is. Then Jerry has definitely slowed down, but I think so has the entire field.
runner. Right. But, she's not too careful. These 3, they get together kind of like the Peloton and the Tour
Yeah.
de France and catch her.
And not much time left, though.
Pinkerton making a big move. Pinkerton making a big move off the backstretch, opening up the stride. Ciara April's going to be their third leg. She's also solid. We'll see who they have anchoring. So it's very strong teams. Might not be their A teams, Bishop Girton and Pinkerton, but very strong teams.
Strong enough.
Those teams are pretty deep. So here we go. Seatoll getting the stick.
She's out
They're
strong.
that was a 231 leg again. Very solid. 5:02 through the
Bedford.
mile. Bedford taking it on April.
So we're going into the second, finishing up the second exchange. Merrimack in their second exchange. Dover waiting, but Bishop Girton has already passed Dover. So BG out in front. We've got Pinkerton chasing about 15 meters back with Bedford on her shoulder. Right now, it appears that we've got BG, Pinkerton, Bedford.
Seatoll with the lead. That Dover is being lapped, I think, right?
Oh, they have been,
Yeah,
yes. She's hanging tight on there,
Seatoll
but
went
she's just lapped
through
down.
72, 73. She's on 224 pace. Pinkerton and Bedford, Ciara April with Pinkerton,
Right
they're
Exeter in
right
fourth.
there. And Exeter is hanging tough.
South fifth.
See
With
what
a
these
cut at
anchor
6
legs
right
are.
now.
Okay.
Winnicott doesn't have a lot of star power, but they got a strong program as well, especially in those mid-distance things.
I agree. I
So they-
agree. Now they're going to have Bedford's going to have, looks like Olivia Coco as the anchor leg, and she's legit. She's in
Very.
the 600 at 141. Seatoll, look at Ciara April catching Seatoll here. There we go. Bishop Girton and Pinkerton going into their last lap of this leg.
Yeah,
Ciara April has definitely been part of every success with Pinkerton, including their New England Cross Country Championship team this year. Violet Sullivan is looks like she's going to toe the line, and
Violet's
Brittany
an
Johnson.
anchor.
Brittany
Nice.
Johnson, if she gets the
Oh,
stick,
boy.
if she gets the baton in the lead, they're going to win.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, she's the warrior from last year. She's got a big menu today as well. But Pinkerton's going to need
She
her.
loves it.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
She wants.
she's
to
all
run,
about team.
She
All about
wants
team
to
and
run
scoring
4
points.
events.
So we'll see what kind of pace they're on as
She
Brittany
gets the
Johnson
stick
gets
about
the stick.
5 meters up.
Bishop Girton, now it's already been a balloon to 10. That's so through.
Sullivan taking the stick. Nashville South. Brittany Johnson
So
going
they're
around
on
people.
sub 10 pace at this point in time. Brittany Johnson's going after it. No, Bishop Girton hanging tough though.
Yeah, they are.
Not going away.
It's hard to make that up though. They try, and and that's the thing with indoor. They really try to make it up early,
I agree.
and that can cost you. Bedford in third. It's like Exeter in fourth, South fifth.
Violet Sullivan with
guessing-
the anchor leg.
Winnicott maybe in sixth.
No, don't look now. But that's Bishop Girton catching Brittany Johnson.
It is.
This is going to be pretty
But-
tight coming in.
Again, you got to get by. That's the tough part in this.
Yep.
Got to get by, and Brittany Johnson's not going to
She'd
let
be good.
you by.
Bishop Girton would be good. Just kind of hang right now.
And then
gather
try
herself.
To save.
Then try to rip. They just went through in 69. 69 seconds. Brittany Johnson went through. So that means that
So that
Bishop
means
Girton
Bishop
must run
Girton must
67,
67.
66. That's
Nice.
pretty amazing.
That is pretty
So
good.
she got her in there. Will she have enough to make a run at Brittany Johnson here?
Yeah, that seems hard to believe. And
Johnson
it looks like
looks-
Johnson might be just starting to stride
Just
away
pure
a little
strength. Pure strength. Still have a lap to go. We'll see. When they're kind of coming around
bit.
here.
Kind of.
All right, Brittany
in
Johnson,
sixth.
Pinkerton, and Bishop Girton. 1 lap to go. This is going to be a phenomenal last lap. Let's see if there's going to be a little bit of pressure put on.
3 meters in between them. Brittany's upright and churning. And BG's hanging there for
Bedford
sure.
third. Exeter fourth.
Exeter 4.
That looks like Brittany Johnson's opened up a little bit more of a gap. Pinkerton looks like they're going
She
to win this
definitely
one.
has. Barring something happening, she's definitely going to come through the line first.
And they should have. Not sure if they're
There
going to
you
beat
go.
Sauhegan's time from earlier.
I think they will. They will.
9:55.
Yep.
And then Bishop Girton's going to come through in 9:58, 9:59, 9:55.54. Second place Bishop Girton 9:59.59. Third place will be Bedford. Fourth place Exeter. Bedford
Exeter.
runs 10:06.43. Exeter fourth place.
South will be fifth.
Exeter fourth and 10:11.99. South
Winnicott was going to
fifth.
round it out.
10:18.50. So, for those that don't know, there is no media champions in indoor track. So, what the committee does is they take the top 6 performances between both division meets. Division 1 ran earlier today, and then
Division
Division
two.
2. Division 2 ran. Thanks, Mike. Division
That's
2
all right.
ran earlier today, and then Division 1. So the 6 best times will be eligible to compete in the New Englands in a few weeks here.
All right, here come the boys. We got Winnicott, Nashua North, Concord, Keene, Pinkerton, Dover, Londonderry, Merrimack, and Memorial. Looking around, I don't necessarily see a lot of the top distance guys lined up at the moment anyways.
Well, your top team was Winnicott, and they're starting to develop some studs, I would say.
Yep.
I see Noah Woodman on the line on the second leg for Pinkerton Academy. So talking about studs. So Winnicott is your top seed at 822.95. Nashua North 826.76. Concord 836.86. Keene 838.90. Pinkerton 839.24. So it's really how people want to play this. I mean,
Well, the other thing is I think you got to run fast enough to get on the line, and then after that, then you kind of play with the people that you have. I mean, Dover there was the 7th seed, and
Yeah.
I think they finished 7th, but it was just barely. So I think, you know, you move people around, see where you can score.
You kind of see some strategies here. I don't, you know, Nashua North is trying to chase Pinkerton, at least on paper.
Yeah.
Do they use a Vorback and an Ireland in this, or do they keep it with their
I think they
the
go
next
for
set?
individuals, but
Fair start, a little bit of elbowing, but that's rubbing his racing it indoors, right, Mike?
That is. I don't think you can get off the start line in a 4x8 without knocking elbows a little bit.
They're getting out pretty good.
Seems
Now,
to
Dartmouth not being a banked track, but it has nice gentle turns.
It does. You can really roll. And you spike up, so.
Oh, it's good, yeah. There'll be a lot of that's the thing, too. The performance is going to look great compared to
Absolutely.
a UNH or a USM. They're through the first
29-ish.
29-30. So, fair.
Yep. And everybody's right there still.
All your players.
You know, the back's moving towards the middle now, so that first lap, you just kind of find some space to run and then do what you can.
I agree. It's really early in a 4x8. Your
Mhm.
leadoff leg, you just want them to hand off cleanly, number one,
Yeah,
because it does get kind of hectic with that first exchange.
absolutely.
But also you want to be towards the front if you're a contender. You don't have to be in the lead at all.
No. Nope.
They're through the first 400 right at 61, 62. So a fair start. Like you said, I don't see a lot of studs as far as their top fastest kids in this.
Right, or
Looking
at
down
least
the
we
line.
haven't seen them standing out there yet.
Right.
But they could be in the 3rd and 4th slot easily. A little
Watch.
shifting going on now.
Dover's hanging in there in 5th. Winnicott has put together kind of a nice little track and field team there. They can't be counted out today. They're through 600 in 134, 135. They're on about 206 pace for a leadoff leg. Let's see what this last little spurt does here.
Pinkerton in the front. Nashua North going to the arms. Looks like Dover coming around.
Yeah, I think that's Thompson of Dover. He's there, I think, one of their best runners. So
Yeah.
they might be going fast and slow. I'm not sure. We'll see. Nick Piatti's putting together a nice little program over at Dover.
He is.
They're getting a new high school next year. You could just think that must be something. 206 first leg
Good hope.
for Pinkerton. So Pinkerton, Dover, Winnicott, Londonderry, North, and Keene. Watch for Keene the second half.
You think?
We'll
see.
Yep, I see Derry on the anchor leg. So I'm sure they're not going to waste Derry on a 4x8.
If they didn't
Thinking-
think they could do something. with
Correct. Yeah, exactly. So I believe this is Woodman from Pinkerton, who was injured earlier in the season, just rounding now into form. So he
Looks
might
pretty
be
good
training
right
for
now.
Outdoor. Oh yeah. He threw the first 200 striding in 29.
it. Yeah.
Looks like it's pretty fairly easy pace for him. Keep in mind he ran 48 point in the 400 outdoors last year. But injuries sometimes it just delays a kid like that. Just
Yep.
delays him a little bit.
Not always a
He's
bad
gonna come
thing
back.
either.
Right.
Yeah.
He's going to come back and have a great season.
They
in
are
outdoors.
catching him, but the question is, are they catching him because? I guess they are catching him because.
And we'll see what this 400. So through the 4, Woodman was 61, 62. Dover must be going. He must have been 57, 58. So
That's flying.
yeah. But you got your top 7 there. Top 7 teams: Dover, Winnicott, Keene, Pinkerton, North, Londonderry, and Concord.
Concord's got some ground to make up if they're going to score
Got
some
Braden
points.
Kearns on 3rd leg. It looks like he's another freshman phenom. They got a nice little pipeline there at Concord, and the coaching staff there does a great job. Hayden
do.
Daly, Black Ingersoll.
There is a
There we
lot
go.
of
Kane making a
changing.
big move right there. Here's a drop.
Yeah.
Let's see if Winnicott can respond. Looks like Keene and Winnicott's team have come to play today.
Dover, which was just leading a lap ago, is now in 3rd and falling hard.
Yeah. Oh, we
You
saw
gotta
him go
be-
out. He must went out 56, 57. Probably.
You get excited in your first race of the day and stuff like that. Sometimes you get a little overexcited.
I agree.
Keene takes it first, then Winnicott.
So at 2:03 second leg. So I was at
Pinkerton
4 now.
slipped into 3rd, Dover 4.
They're on 8:20 pace, give or take. The leaders, much faster in Division II at this point.
Yeah.
Not a great handoff by Concord. Braden Kearns takes off. Keene, Winnicott. This is going to be a good one. I just have a feeling.
Yeah, they've definitely opened up a gap on the rest of the field at this point.
A lot
They
of
both
good
look
young,
pretty good.
a lot of good young teams here today. I mean, if you look Londonderry, a couple freshmen on the very end. I think
Absolutely,
that's Matt Griffin. It looks like Will Heenan's going to be anchoring for them. So a lot of good young squads. Like we said
We
before,
saw that
Concord.
in the Division II as
Right.
well. There was a lot of freshmen. It's a big year for freshmen.
And usually they don't have a big impact in varsity track, but you got some talent coming up. So
You certainly do. I mean, you got a couple on your team for cross. And my top 2 guys in cross were freshmen as well.
yeah,
We did have an injury, so our top guy was out, but
There-
still.
that leg was 61 through the first 400. Yeah, no, it's a youth movement on the boys' side, and as they say, things go in cycles.
They certainly do.
It's like Concord has Ryan Devine anchoring, sophomore from Concord, and he's a stud also. So
Yes, he
we'll
is.
see how they come in. But you have Winnicott and Keene just battling it out right now.
I mean,
We'll
this
give you
this race has switched leads probably 8-10 times.
Yep, and they're staying tight right now. So third,
Pinkerton
Anchor
making
Leg's
up
going to
some
be
ground.
pretty legit.
Nassau
North
picking-
coming up. North and Pinkerton. I mean, they could be locking horns here. But you also have Winnicott has a great track and field team. Billy Powers obviously comes to mind.
I can't wait for that.
He's in for three or four, probably 4 races they're doing with him today. We would. We had a Billy Powers trying to maximize points as much as possible.
And I think Billy Powers wants to be in 4 events.
Right.
Not everybody always does, but some people want that.
Okay, Winnicott hands off first. Open it up a little bit. That was a 210 leg. They're at 620 through the exchange.
Gary's going
Sub
after
830,
it.
about 825 pace. 825 pace right now.
Derry took the baton and he set out. And he's made up some of that ground, but they're flying.
They are flying. Derry's a stud, though. See how this goes. This is Merrimack and Memorial with exchanges. So
Right
your
in
leaders
front
are
of the
Winnicott, Keene, North. Don't count out North. Pinkerton, Dover still hanging tough. That's
And
Will
then-
Heenan, the fab freshman
Yep.
from Londonderry. I'd expect him to cut into that a bit. Give you a 400-meter split, see what Derry and Winnicott's doing at this point. Last year, this was won in 8:35 by Nashua North.
So Merrimack and Memorial took the baton right in front of Winnicott and Keene.
First lap.
Now they've gapped them, but
These
they're
guys,
going to be hurting on that last one.
Winnicott's through in 60, so Derry must have gone through in about 58. Derry's pressuring for the lead right now.
That's a big ask. And he's around.
Yep, he completed the pass right at the right time, right before the turn. Let's see if
Winnicott might
he
be able
looks
to
good.
ride him.
He
Yeah.
looks good.
Just sit on
Winnicott
him.
ran a great 4x8 earlier this year too, so they're not.
Looks like Devine has said, taking this one easy.
One leg, 131 through the
And then
600. Here we
Winnicott
go.
goes right to Derry's shoulder.
Now he's using
he's
the lap
around.
runners. He's using the lap runners.
Absolutely.
That's smart play.
If
It's
they're
indoors.
if they're in play, that's what you do.
That's the way indoors goes. Winnicott striding away. He definitely used it. It's kind of like a pick play the Patriots use.
Yeah.
It's all legal
that's
unless
also,
you're caught.
That's also the thing with when you have the lead, you can let them roll up on you,
True.
kind of rest, and then go.
Winnicott is your 2018 4x8 champs. 8:22.48. Keene will be second. North will be third.
Third.
Valuable points for North. Pinkerton in fourth. They might have planned that. Londonderry again. Will Heenan comes up for fifth.
Yeah.
Over sixth.
He chews into that lead for sure.
So Winnicott wins in 8:22.50. Keene second in 8:26 flat. North third in 8:28.71. Pinkerton fourth in 8:31.01. Londonderry fifth in 8:33.55. Dover sixth in 8:34.62. And I'm not sure what won Division II,
I don't really remember.
but that might have blocked out
It may
the
have.
champs, Cole Brown from New England.
Might. All right, so there we go. Getting ready for the boys' 55 hurdles. Might be accustomed to the girls' hurdles first, but when we're in championship mode, we do the trials first, and we go boys first.
Why do we do that, Mike? I'm a distance coach. Why do we even do that?
Main reason is so that they don't have to reset the hurdle. So they'll start with the boys first, then they'll do the girls, then they'll go to the sprint trials, and then they'll do the 3K, Then when they come back, the hurdles are already set for the girls, and then they just switch them for the guys. One less time that we have to do that.
Well, how do you like that? Cole Brown this morning ran 8:37.48 to win Division II, and that would not have placed in the top 6 today. But they're still Division II champions. But they won't qualify for New England's, but that's no big deal. I don't think we were planning on going there.
Yeah,
anyway.
I was going to say, sometimes the making New England's is not a blessing.
Hey, it's when you're here, it's not really about times. It's about scoring points for your team and going after little individual and relay titles. So that's kind of where we were at when we went after the 4x8 this morning, and they accomplished their goal. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, only half the kids that I've had that have qualified for New England's have actually gone, just because it's a difficult spot.
Right.
Lots of times they're coming right off of vacation.
Right.
And just trying to find a way to train through what oftentimes is the worst part of the season. And if you don't have facilities, and for us, when we get a kid to New England's, it's one kid. It's not, we don't have a bunch of guys. So
a wise coach once said, sometimes your winter can be your second summer.
Absolutely.
For training.
All right, in the 55 hurdles, first up we've got McGregor of Salem, Nichols from Concord, Trombley of Memorial, Powers of Winnicott, Cellini of Pinkerton, Hawkins of Bedford, Heiser of Merrimack, and Fisher of Bishop Girton. It'll take a little while for them to switch these over.
Sometimes they delay it because the 4x8s go so fast.
Yep.
Larry Martin,
still got long jumping going on.
Master meet director. He wants everything to end and go in a certain way, and he's kind of been at this for a while. We're hoping we get some time with Larry Martin during this broadcast, so he can fill us in on educate us on the history of New Hampshire track and field, the Winter Track League WTL. I could see that on a T-shirt in the future. But yeah, so they're going to hold the running events up for a bit and get going with some long jumping here, and we'll see what happens here.
You might be able to see some long jumping right down the side of the screen on the left-hand side and pick it up a little bit on the fisheye camera.
Yeah, we also have the high jump, and the high jump looks like it just concluded. 5 feet 4 inches looked like the winning or the last height kids went out at, and we'll at the bottom of yeah.
I can walk right under that bar practically. Bend over a little bit.
Yeah. You can at least look down on top of the bar, but you can't even get your hips above the mat.
Oh my Lord! Every once in a while at Messinic, we'll have a high jumper come through, and I'll show them some of the mechanics, and I can show the mechanics right up until takeoff. After that, I pretty much lose altitude as soon as I take off.
Strutting towards the camera is Mr. Ed Burgess.
That's right, the Burge. A little bit. I talked about Kevin. Remember Kevin up at USM puking his brains out all over the track? Yeah, he always did that. We love that. It was one of our favorite things. That's what I thought. Yeah, you agree.
I thought your family spanned all the volunteers here.
Yeah, exactly. Figured Ed just wants to make sure that he's got a crackerjack crew.
Ed's so good. He officiates and he coaches all at the same time.
One of my favorite people to talk to when I run into somebody.
Are we delaying this for the jumps a little bit? Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Cool.
Allows people to use the track too if they want. Yeah. Well,
Well, again, this is
there's lots of little wires.
NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming at you from Dartmouth College.
Brought to you today by Patriot Pole Vault.
Thanks. It's awesome. So it's we're off to a good start. Pinkerton girls won the 4x8 to post an important 10 points. Didn't look like they had to tax a lot of their athletes for that. And then the boys was won by Winnicott. Winnicott would definitely need those 10 points to even get a little lead to begin with against the squad from Pinkerton. Pinkerton, both boys and girls, are favored today for an Astro sweep, if you will. And we'll see how it goes. But that's why we run the meets, right?
Absolutely. I hate to cheer against anybody. That's not. But you almost want to make sure that there's other teams involved in the hunt and all that other stuff too. You don't ever want to see it be a blowout or anything like that.
Correct. Yeah. It's
You wanna
always exciting for us when it comes down to the last event.
Yeah, I mean that was yeah in Division Two. That's what we saw with Milford and Sauhegan.
Correct.
In the 4x4, Milford did finish in front of Sauhegan, but they only finished ahead of them by one place. And then Milford, their 4x2 team's not nearly as strong as Sauhegan's was,
Right.
so they ended up in the third heat as opposed to the fastest heat. And then they struggled a little bit in that, but then Sauhegan just put the emphasis down and dropped the hammer and rounded out. And then for Wyndham as well, they were winning. They were going to win the meet by the time the 4x2 came around, but they also got the 4x2 win, which is kind of nice to finish up the meet.
Nice little exclamation point.
Yeah, exactly.
We had that a few times when we had those strong girl squads earlier, a few years back, but it matters to the kids. It's not just the team title, but the kids that are on the specific relay.
Yeah,
it matters to them. They want it just like everybody here. Whatever race you're in, it doesn't really matter. You want to do the best you can in that moment. And they do get cool batons. When you win, you get cool batons. That's for sure. So that's kind of exciting. If we get a chance, we'll grab one of those and show it to the screen. But they do get cool batons, and they're all states. The winners of each get all state batons. So.
I think we're over it.
So we just got word of WMUR's here, the big boys. Gonna get some footage.
I hope they get my good side.
Not
sure which side that is.
You're wearing some pretty short shorts right now, Mike.
Probably my feet or something.
All right.
What about this facility?
It's beautiful.
It is,
obviously.
And they must have redone it recently?
I'm not sure. The track just always looks phenomenal here.
It does. That'll be fine.
I think we're going to be over that. I think we'll be okay, Rick.
We're going to
Rick Berryman from Lancer Timing, ladies and gentlemen. That's a surefire bet to get him away from us.
Yeah,
he's running away.
There he is.
But no, we're just trying to entertain while we're waiting for the next event to start. Girls high jump is already concluded.
Boys are warming up.
And winner of that, valuable 10 points, was Sydney Lewis from Nashua South, 5'4" 10 points clearing away. Emily Lesbert from Pinkerton cleared 5'2". Now those two have been kind of going back and forth the whole season, and to be honest, this is one of those events where even a 2-point swing or 2-point difference could be a difference later on. You never know. South does have a nice squad. We do know that Chris Maley-Borg might not be a go today. She's been hurt. But if they do have her available and they have a full squad, they
all
might
kinds
do
of
really
secrets,
well.
huh?
Oh yeah. Third place was Sarah St. Pierre from Nashua North, 4'10". She got the judgment over Olivia Lavoie from Alvern, who was fourth. Fifth place was Kelly Langley from Manchester Central, 4'8". Tied with Sophie Wentz from Winnicott, as well as Sydney Squires, freshman from Keene.
You just said judgment. The
yeah,
viewing public, they might not
What does that mean,
how
Coach?
it works.
I don't know. I just saw the J. What does that mean?
What's that mean? It means that they both went out on the same height, but the person that ended up with the higher place had less misses in the earlier rounds. And when you watch it professionally and they do passing and stuff like that, that can sometimes really come into play on who wins and scores points and stuff like that.
I'm going to have some more results for you right here. I think the boys' shop has already wrapped up. So we'll get those two.
I heard them over there. They were grunting and groaning.
So in sixth place from Nashua South with a toss of 43 feet and a quarter inch was Raz Alcalay. In fifth place with a toss of 43 feet, 6.5 inches was Ben Lacombe from Bedford. Fourth place, John King of Pinkerton, 45 feet, 5.25 inches. In third place was Thomas Norfleet from Bedford, 46 feet, 2.75 inches, valuable 6 points. The winners were separated, Mike, by 1 inch.
1 inch? How does that
1
happen?
inch. How does that happen?
How does that happen?
Second place is Patrick Haggerty from Londonderry, 46 feet, 6.5 inches, but winning by 1 inch further. And hopefully I don't mess up this name too much. 46 feet, 7.5 inches from Pinkerton. Valuable 10 points for Pinkerton. Matter of fact, Pinkerton picked up 14 points in the shot put. That's huge. Khalil Serafici, maybe?
Could be.
Khalil
I'm
Sarafici.
looking at it from across here. I'm
I'll
going to
have
use
to
bad
ask, I'll
eyesight
ask
to
us
say
Coach
that I'm
French
not sure. Exactly.
what the pronunciation of that is. But he wins. He's your 2018 shot put
You happen
champion.
to not to take anything away from these guys, but I mentioned in the broadcast of the Division Twos that there were 2 events in Division Two where, in the entire event, that the Division Two top seed was greater than the Division One seeds, and when you look at, that's pretty impressive to have that happen. But it was in the 1,000, and then it was also in the shot put. And in the shot put, it ran to form. It was Cap Merchant from Lebanon and Marcus Roper from Lebanon. I can't remember what their throws are, but I would be willing to bet. That Roper has the best time today, best distance today, I should say.
All right, we got some results from the boys' long jump too. Let's see how many points Pinkerton picks up here. Let's see. 6th place, Paul Marchand from Nashua South, jumped 19.9.5. He wins the tie with David Suoth from Spalding, who placed 7th. He also jumped 19.9.5. So what happens there is they go to the next best jump, and Marchand had second best jump of 19.9 to Suoth's 19 feet 2 inches. 5th place from Pinkerton, John Brooks, 19.10 and 3/4 inches.
There's
4th
the
place from Avery Battle, also from Pinkerton.
There's
So that's
the
6 points. 6 points.
Right there.
19 feet 11 and 3/4 inches. In 3rd place is Brian Gennett from Merrimack, 20 feet and a half inches. That's valuable 6 points for them. But in a little bit of an upset, Tristan Delasima from North, who's known more for his triple jumping.
Absolutely.
He really flies in the triple jump and outdoors, and actually won Dartmouth relays a few weeks ago. He jumped 20 feet 8 and 3/4 inches. He was the favorite coming in.
That's downhill, right? I mean, these guys
Yeah.
are jumping downhill. There's no way they're jumping 20 feet, is
That's
it?
pretty amazing. But the
20
upset so far today, Lucian Mumpini, again, forgive me if I'm slaughtering the name, from Bedford, who was actually ranked 6th going in. 7th going in. He comes in with a huge, if his PR was 20 feet 1 inch prior to this, he jumped 10 inches further for 20 feet 11 and 3/4 inches to score a valuable 10 points for Bedford and to take the title.
Wow.
So 11 inches back to take the title.
Yeah, we don't know if that's his PR or anything like that.
It is
but
this
certainly
season,
is
at
this
least.
season.
Yeah. So that's amazing. So after 3 events scored, and I know it's early, but Pinkerton's already jumped out to a 6-point lead, 24 points over Bedford's 18, Nashua North 14 points, Londonderry 10 points. And that's 2 of the 3 field events done for boys.
Yep.
So long jump and also shot put. Those are done. And hopefully we'll be getting these hurdles started pretty quick because,
They didn't come
Super
here to
Bowl
listen
starts
to
in
two
2
of
hours.
us.
Right, we got to fill more time.
They didn't come in to listen to us.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did. You never know.
They might like your writing, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I bet you they like my writing
Yeah.
more than they like my commentating because it's shorter.
Well, we do have some time also to say,
Yeah.
NewHampshireTrackandField.com along with NewHampshireCrossCountry.com, both powered by Runners Alley, but we're here for you guys. We're here for the kids.
Absolutely.
It was started really because we felt as a group of coaches that the kids in New Hampshire were kind of getting shortchanged with your larger websites. No fault to their own. They're trying to cover a whole country.
Absolutely.
But we really feel that New Hampshire, the state of New Hampshire per capita is some of the best track and field and cross country there is in the country. And we really felt that the kids deserved it.
And we know the sport, so we figure, what the heck, we might as well
Yeah.
let other people know what you know.
And there's a lot of coaches that are passionate about it,
There are.
like ourselves, but it takes a whole village, and so we are very thankful.
Mostly the village up in Northwood.
Yeah, no, we get a lot.
I know, but you
we
guys
got Division
do a lot.
1, 2, and 3. They do a great job getting stuff to us. We would love to get more stuff. We have a community upload for photos. If anybody ever takes photos, I don't care if it's a parent, a kid, as long as they're appropriate. The photos
Yeah, you don't
of
want my
action photos of track and field and cross country, you could do our community upload and upload photos that way.
My photos
we're
usually have my thumb, the ground. Is
We
this
want-
thing on?
Well, I'm supposed to be trained on the real expensive cameras today, so we'll see how those come out as far as the awards. But we're New Hampshire's website, so we're New Hampshire's track and field website, and we take contributions. I think I can honestly say we've posted everything that's ever been sent to us. That's been of a positive
nature.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I can only think of 1 or 2 instances that might not have been positive. So,
And we'd
it's
we'd
been
love to have
phenomenal.
more people involved. Don't think that that because other people are writing stuff that maybe you shouldn't contribute and stuff.
Correct.
I know that I'm in Division III. I'm always trying to encourage the coaches to send in results
Yeah,
because
results
they think,
are
well,
huge,
nobody wants to know, the results of a stinky little D3 meet, but it's just good for
You'd
everybody
be
to
surprised, Mike. We get a lot of
Oh, I
emails
know.
asking for those results, and especially if they're just hand timed and the results are posted, you take pictures, send the pictures in.
Right.
We're more than happy as long as it's legible or the picture's not blurry. We'll post it some way somehow, and it's again, we're meant to be a service to you all. We're talking parents, we're talking athletes, we're talking coaches, and we will always be free. That's the one thing we'll say. You won't have to pay for a live stream through this website. That's one of the things that we're very passionate about. We want to remain that way.
If somehow they got to start paying, I'm done.
Exactly.
Because it is important to me to make sure that we provide the fans of running in New Hampshire what they should be getting.
And all our photos are free and downloadable. Sometimes I forget to hit the button that takes off the buy photos part on the Smug Bug, but they're all free. They're all downloadable. They're always going to be that way. So
can I
please
pay to get the ones that are posted on there taken out? They're usually pretty
Those are
bad.
some of our favorites. We like to use those, Mike.
I think Scannell tries to get those pictures.
Yeah, shout out to Dave Scannell. He couldn't be here with us today. They're celebrating a family birthday, but he's been our photographer from the get-go. But we've been very fortunate to have co-founder Greg Hall step up with the camera, and then Davio DeLuca this morning with the camera. Julie O'Brien from the Concord world is always contributing photos. She's a great example of a community member just uploading photos and letting us know that they're being uploaded, and we put them on the site. So again, we're here for you all. If there's something you want to see, send us an email. We might ask you to help with it, but that's okay. If you want to write an article and take a look and send it in, that's fine too. I'm pretty good at editing, I think. Sometimes I do miss some things, but I'm not a prideful guy, so whatever we need. We also want to say thanks to Peter Adesano, who's been our camera guy from the get-go. He's been a phenomenal camera guy, and he's really done better with his commentary. After a shy start, he did great commentary this cross-country season, and we'll be looking for him to do some more in outdoor as well.
But if you get angry because your kid's not visible while they're running and stuff like that, you blame him, not us. I just talk. Looks like we're at 5.6 in high jump.
Well, that's the opening height, so I'm not sure if they started yet. Do we have any jumpers yet?
Well, I've seen a couple guys attempt to go over.
There we go. So
on
north.
His arm on the way up.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's still snowing. There's a light snow coming down in between the two meets today, the morning meet and the afternoon meet. Wasn't anything major, but
no, we were out there running, so it looked pretty good.
Wasn't really accumulating on the roads or anything.
Again, just if you're just tuning in, we're having a little bit of a delay with the running events. We're trying to. Larry Martin, the master of it all, is doing a bit of a delay. So once the track running events start, they will not end again. Again, you were at the Division I state championships. Division II took place this morning. Field events kind of get underway. Here's a Pinkerton jumper, and this is opening height 5 feet 6 inches. That's what you're seeing right now, and still no hurdles in the track. So we'll see what happens. So, Mike, you have volunteered at Messinic this season?
I did, yeah. I volunteered and probably spent as much time coaching as this time than I did before. But I had one of my previous athletes come back and was looking to coach, and trying to coach 3 seasons can be tough. And I've put off a lot of things, family things, over the years in order to coach. And so this year I said, well, I got somebody that opportunity, I can help them, help guide them.
Yeah.
And we'll work from there. But then because we're a Division III school, we have the ability to bring up 8th graders.
Yep.
And my daughter's in 8th grade, and I convinced her, why not try indoor? Mostly just so that you keep running.
Right.
Not really all that worried or interested in having an indoor career at 8th grade. But she joined the team, and she had a pretty good season. But I realized that didn't get me out of I wasn't able to skip the weekend track meets because
Wow.
she was on the team, so I ended up going to pretty much everything to support her. But it is different being a volunteer than being the head coach. I was able to kind of step back and I want to say act like an old sage, but I didn't really have to be the go-to person on trying to get everybody motivated to run. I could kind of sit back and impart a little bit of wisdom, kind of secondhand, which sometimes that's accepted better by the kids. It kind of works on their subconscious as opposed to you're telling them something to do while you got to get 3 more efforts in or something like that when they're struggling. Sometimes that's you're being the bad guy. So
that's one of those things. It's my first year back. My daughter's now on the team, talking the way Mike is about his daughter being on the team, and volunteered this season for the first time in 6 years. I have been amazed by how much the league has grown with having facilities as well. When I left, it was Dartmouth and UNH. That was it.
That was it.
USM was just getting started.
Going into USM.
And then I experienced USM for the first time, and they put on a great meet up there.
They do, yeah.
And now Plymouth State.
Plymouth State came in next.
Bob Mullen and Merrimack Valley do a phenomenal job there, organizing the meets there. And then this year, Phillips Exeter Academy. And
I know the guy who laid that floor. He said that is perfectly flat. Perfectly flat.
I think that's a necessity on a track.
Well, not everything's always perfectly flat. Incidentally, he was at a concrete conference out in Vegas over the past week, and he ended up he's big into trail running and stuff like that. And he went up to Flagstaff, see who's running there, and he caught a hold of one of the Northern Arizona guys out on Lake Mary Road training.
Cool.
And then he's a big fan of a guy named Mike Walmsley, and he saw him out there, so he was all excited. He's sitting there sending me these texts about who he saw, and I'm telling him they're running the first meet on that track you laid down.
Hey, Mike, I'm seeing hurdles on the track.
I see hurdles on the track.
Getting us a bit excited, a bit pumped up. We're going to get going with the boys' 55-meter hurdles here in a minute. Once again, this is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by your friends at Runner's Alley. Today's Meet Hub being brought to you by Patriot Pole Vault Club out of Massachusetts. They actually have practices down there, but they also started practices up in Saco, Maine. So for all your pole vault needs, Patriot Pole Vault Club. So we're going to start off the number 1 seed today, Billy the Man Powers.
Yes.
So who do we got in this first heat that's about to start in a few here?
We got McGregor of Salem, Nickel from Concord, Twombly of Memorial, Billy Powers, as we just mentioned, from Winnicunnet, Cellini from Pinkerton, Hawkins of Bedford, Heiser of Merrimack, and Fisher of Bishop Girton in Heat 1. I see them down there jumping around, getting warmed up, setting their blocks. So we should be rolling shortly.
Also, want to draw your attention, if you're just tuning in and you're on the Meet Hub, there is an overview view as well. So, again, Division 2 took place already this morning, and you have the first 2 screens on the Meet Hub is Division 2 that already took place. So if you go to the next 2 screens, as you scroll down, the first one's going to be the overview, and you can constantly see it. It's from our 360 camera that we placed way up high, and you'll be able to see the whole track at one time. And then you
probably
have,
our bald spots.
Yeah. I think yours is worse than mine.
I'm not so sure about that.
Hey, the ladies in my life want me to keep growing it out, so I'm going to keep growing it out.
Really? I just keep mine short.
And then the last screen is going to be your live feed, and we're just about to get started.
We are. They're standing in front of the blocks at the moment.
Again.
In this, we take the first in each heat, and then the next 6 fastest times.
Correct. But look for Billy Powers to kind of cruise over this first one.
We saw that in the Division 2 with Portsmouth as well. Portsmouth, Acacia, Mom White, just kind of cruised through the hurdles the first time round.
And Ryan Klahar also did the same thing. He dropped his time pretty significantly going into the finals. We'll see here. They should be settling the blocks pretty quick. Just finishing up their final warm-ups. Again, it just came across the screen that they are going to delay the Super Bowl for our meet. So the Patriots and the Eagles are going to delay the kickoff just so we can finish the meet up here and we could all get back to our houses. I'm about an hour and a half away, so we'll start about 8 o'clock. We are just kidding about that, but we just figured we'd throw that in there. Go Patriots.
Look at that. Patriots and Patriot Pole Vault Club. Isn't that coincidence?
I think that's smart marketing.
It's like subliminal messaging.
All right. Just about to get started. And again, this will go lightning fast after this first hurdle trial. If you're just tuning in, the 4x8s have already taken place. Winnacunnet boys won and the Pinkerton girls won, so a valuable 10 points. Pinkerton boys, after 3 events scored, are off to a pretty hot start. They're favored to win today. They were favored to win last year. Nashville North came up and beat them, upset them. And the Pinkerton girls are also favored to win today as a team. It would be their first title since 1981.
1981.
First indoor or outdoor title.
Who topped the charts back then? I can't remember. I was there, but I don't remember.
Well, Van Halen was 1984. That was when I first started remembering that. Running with the Devil was 1977. Who's got 1981? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm just ready for some track and field. We're going to music. Let's get ready for some track and field here.
I'm looking underneath the scoreboard and through the long jumpers trying to figure out when they're going.
Well, the boys should be ready to go here.
They're standing in front of their block. So
if you're just tuning into the field events you see at the bottom of the screen, those are ones that have already occurred.
I don't have any field events.
Athlete friendly as much as possible here in New Hampshire. So there's not a lot of conflict with only 3 field events. You have an opportunity where your kids aren't going back and forth, and it's a good opportunity. So they take advantage of that, and then the track will ultimately take over. So sweeping the sand off the edge of the track, the long jump has been moved over to along the straightaway this year for the first time, and since I can remember.
I don't remember. I remember coming to a meet and having it here, but I don't remember it being here during the championships.
So that's a bit of a new play, new little wrinkle that the committee had to deal with. So. Sorry if you hear some giggling. We just keep having people coming over and saying little things here and there. We're more popular this year, Mike. I don't think people knew what we were doing last year.
I don't think we knew what we were doing last year.
Again, this will always be a free live stream. Nothing against the other national sites, but we want to keep it free to you guys. Again, we are New Hampshire's website.
Verbally against them.
Nothing. Yeah. No, keep it down.
Keep it down.
But honestly, we're here for everybody. This is New Hampshire's website. Again, we're here for you. Whatever you want to contribute, we are more than happy to entertain. We have posted basically everything that's been sent to us of a positive nature. And again, I can only think of a couple things that have not been photos, videos, some way, somehow makes it onto the site, even through our social media as well. So become a follower. We have our own Instagram, even Snapchat for the kids out there. Most parents think it's like Snapbook. Facegram. But it's Instagram. We have an Instagram. We have a Twitter.
I know all those things by name. I just don't know how to use them.
Snapchat. So follow us on that. You get all the major updates as we're going through. We have Corey Dow doing that she's doing all the interviews today. She's been doing interviews now for us for a couple of years. And then we're going to be giving you social media updates throughout the day. So pick them. She's going to be mostly on Chris Benson, mostly on Instagram and on Snapchat.
Oh, we might have been a little eager in promoting the hurdles.
I don't know. They got the guys. The guys are stripped down, ready to roll.
The guys are there, but they seem to be holding up for something. I'm not seeing it, but.
Again, this is Mike Smith and Tim Cox here announcing with you today. We do have a guest person that will be coming in and out, Jim McKenzie. He'll be coming in and out. Jimmy Mack was the announcer this morning for Division II with Mike. Mike's doing double duty here. He's
double duty.
Both. Big shout out to Kevin Beck out in Colorado tuning in. We really do appreciate you guys tuning in from all across the country. That's the whole purpose of this as well. Believe it or not.
Colorado.
Even though we're a small state, we are spread across the country. So that's another one of the reasons why we do this, and why we keep it free. So
yeah, I heard somebody saying that they were really excited because they had grandparents that couldn't come because they're not able to travel and stuff like that. And so they were able to watch their grandkid, competing, even though that they were, they couldn't make the trip up here. So they're pretty excited about that.
So if you're checking out the screen right now, we do have it pinpointed on the hurdles. That's Larry Martin. That's after the third hurdle there. And right now, all he's doing is watching the long jump. He's waiting for the perfect time to start the meet. Again, this is going to be like lightning as we go through this track and field meet. Again, if you just tune in, they are going to delay the Super Bowl just for us here in New Hampshire. I have a direct line to Roger Goodell for when we get done to let him know that it's safe to start the Super Bowl just for all the Patriots fans.
Is he one of those elves that makes the cookies for Keebler? Robert Goodell?
Watch out. The Patriots might get another conspiracy charge.
Yeah. Elvin Cookies magic. That's how they win. Elvin Cookie magic. All right. I know we were talking with Larry earlier, and he was saying this is the 43rd
44th.
time.
He amended that, Mike.
44th.
Yeah, we're hoping to get him on the mic a little bit. He'll give us a little sense of history.
We'll see. I mean, he might be one
He
of those things
actually
where he
asked
says he's going to be on the mic, but then not be on it.
He asked me how old I was, and I said 44. He's like, that's how many years I've been a meet director.
This meet has happened for 44 years. How come everybody has a Larry Martin voice?
This is pretty bad. Pretty bad.
All right. We're looking at 5'8" and high jump. I'm not sure who's left in, but getting up there anyways. Looks like they're waiting on that maybe too. Got people in hurdles, high jumping.
Well, that would be tough. I think he's been waiting for long jump.
Right, but it does seem like we're at a standstill with high jump as well. As an athlete, this would be the part that would be killing me. If this was your event, if you're in the hurdles, and
well, honestly, as a coach, we prepared Orion this morning for Division II. We said there might be a delay.
Yep.
And he knew it. Trials is not as obviously not as important.
Right.
As finals,
but especially when you're the top seed.
So he was aware of it, and he kind of spelled himself. But again, he's a senior, so is Billy Powers.
Right.
But you have freshmen out there right now, and we'll kind of check it out.
I know that Greg was saying also that you guys were preparing him for not just the fact that they got to go through the rounds, but that because he was in both the 55 and the hurdles.
Right.
So basically right after he finished the hurdles, he had probably less than 10 minutes before he was going to be back up in the 55. So that's kind of an important thing too.
When you have a guy like that scoring 14 points in a span of 3 minutes, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Run out of things to talk about, Mike.
I had said to Jim that we probably should have come up with some jokes.
No.
I think, unfortunately, the only jokes I know are probably not appropriate for doing on New Hampshire track and field. Here come the Burgesses. They'll give us some insight. They're almost ready, he says. They're almost ready. We'll be up and running in the hurdles in no time. When Ed says we're almost ready, that means we are almost ready. It is starting to get a little darker out there, isn't it?
Yep. Good thing I got the Super Bowl DVR. No one text me and tell me what's happening.
Would anybody do that? Like, would somebody do that to you as a cruel joke?
Not if they really care about me as a person.
Well, but that's the question. Do people really care about you? I know that Scotty Clark could probably be texting you
Scott doesn't own a phone.
He doesn't own a phone, and he's going to be asleep before it starts. So otherwise,
he doesn't own a phone, man.
Guess here's a good Scott Clark thing. So they're getting ready to pick up. He's going over to pick up the awards for the kids that he got because they give them to you in a big envelope and stuff like that. And they said to him, you got anything going in the relays because the relays haven't been calculated yet. And he goes, no, leaves. And his team won relay medal, so I have them. I'm taking him to the first meet.
He's got a lot of sheep that he takes care
Yeah.
of. All right,
we
white
get the white
flag.
flag.
Here we go. That's Mr. Mike Monahan on the white flag.
When
An
Mike,
officiating legend.
when he puts up the white flag, means we're ready. I think I'm gonna wear all those medals to this. We have our first meet against them up there, and I think I'm gonna wear every single medal. All four of them I'm gonna wear.
Here's a story
the
about
race.
Scott Clark when he used to coach at St. Bonnie School. We used to go to their cross country meet.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I
And
talked about that earlier.
The funny part, the last one that we went to at the golf course, he was gone before our team was gone.
Any of the
And he ran the meet. He organized the meet.
and cleaned it up.
Yeah,
It's all
exactly.
cleaned up,
Everything's
too.
cleaned up, done. We're still aboard
I
the
think he
bus,
had-
and he was gone.
I think he had the last kid in
All
the
right.
race pick up all the cones as they went by.
They're in the blocks. Getting kind of excited here.
Yep, here we go.
Here we go. The 2018 Track and Field State Championships Division One. Billy Powers, first race of the
They're
day.
up and off.
Fair start. We do have an empty lane. He's so smooth.
And he's done.
He's
I mean,
yep.
he
Best
was,
hurdler in New England right there.
he
I
was
don't care if you're from Sharon, Massachusetts or not. That's the best hurdler in New England. Billy Powers first, 7:49. Wow. Whoa. 7:49. Second place was Trombley,
almost a second behind him.
8:36. Third place
insane.
McGregor, 8:50. Fourth place Nichols, 8:59. Now again, the winner of each heat and the
Plus the
next
next
six fastest times will go. 7:49. That's pretty blazing for your first one.
Yeah, it is.
I think he was forced
All
to
right.
warm up a long time.
Yeah. All right. Going into the second heat, we've got Patrick McDonald of Bedford, Ryan Kenny of Memorial, Manolo Feliz of Concord, Adam Spencer of Pinkerton, Adrian Sutton of Spalding, Sam Bailey of Merrimack, Evan Holland of Keene, and Jacob Pacheco of Bishop Gurdon. They've been given the white flag as well. Like we said, once they get rolling, they roll.
Rick Berryman, Lancer Timing is the master. And there's your contestants for this next one. Spencer and Pinkerton is the one to watch. Felice from Concord's coming around with a great season.
All right,
And
they're
the
up.
middle of the
They're
track.
off.
Fair start again. Spencer looks very smooth. That's Spalding. Winner and next. Spencer will take that one.
Yep.
Spencer won that at 8:21 from Pinkerton. Sutton was second with 8:23 from Spalding. Great trials. Bailey third from Merrimack, 8:42. Felice fourth from Concord, 8:51. Kenny fifth from Memorial, 8:62. Holland from Keene, 8:73. So again, the winner and the next six fastest times will make it back to finals. As the Crash Hurdle crew will get the girls' heights set up.
Getting them set up. Coming up in the girls' hurdles in the first heat, we've got Camilla McAleer of Exeter, Aaron Cunningham, Nashua North, Rory Reed of Winnicott, Cameron Nichols of Bishop Gurdon, Sydney Lewis of Nashua South, Gabriella Forte of Bedford, Elizabeth Keller of Memorial, and Sophia Falkengren of Bedford. I wonder if hurdles is Gabriella Forte's forte.
Dude, that's pretty
That's pretty
awful.
bad.
That was pretty bad.
Had to be done.
Well,
though.
Sydney Lewis, I heard you say that she's in this one again. She's the state champion right now in the high jump, so she must be flying high right now, going into the trials of the hurdles against Nashua South, one of our teams to watch for today. Again, these are just trials, so no points scored yet, but we'll see how they all line up. Billy Powers beginning his day just now with obviously the fastest time in the hurdles.
Look pretty smooth.
Very smooth. So I mean, you could almost chalk up 10 points right there. I don't want to.
You don't want to do that. Yeah,
wanna
don't jinx it. Don't jinx them. Girls going through their warm-ups. They've been sitting for a long time too, and they haven't been able to pop any hurdles in that whole time frame. So
Yeah. Not ignoring it. White flag
all right,
is
white
up.
flag. Getting ready.
And they're setting in the blocks.
WMUR's got their camera up now.
Yeah, they'll be in and out today, I bet. They got a lot
Guns
to do
up.
tonight.
And they're off.
Another fair start. BG. That's Nichols.
Nichols.
So she'll be through. I bet you Sydney Lewis will be through as well.
I would think so.
So we got Nichols from Bishop Gurdon, 878. Lewis from Nashua South, 920. Reed from Winnicott, 958. Forte from Bedford survives the poor joke by Mike Smith, 972. McAleer from Exeter, 993. Cunningham from North, 993.
All right, in Heat 2, we've got Caitlin Capizzuto of Winnicott, Adria Foran, Pinkerton, Andrea Thisner, Keene, Eleanor Ellie Johnson of Exeter, Brianna Coco of Bedford, Camille Sweet of Exeter, Jordan Ville of Memorial, and Sabrina Sherman of Exeter. All right, they're settling into their blocks. They're up. And they're off. Clean start. Looks like they're fastest through the middle of the track. Exeter out in front. Exeter 1-2 on that.
Yep, that's part of what they're building over down there at Exeter. So you got Johnston at first, 925. Sweet, her teammate from Exeter, 947. Coco Bedford, 961. Thisner from Keene, 990. Foran from Pinkerton, 1013. Again, the winner of each heat plus the next 6 fastest times make it back. And now we'll remove the hurdles.
Remove the
and
hurdles.
We'll start the
boys,
55.
55.
Top seed Dalton Mutz from Concord.
All right, and here's our first heat. John Brooks Pinkerton, Jonathan Paul Hamas of Merrimack, Zach Varau of Bedford, Dalton Mutz, lane 4 from Concord, Jaden Rumwick from Pinkerton, Matthew Gigliotti of Winnicott, Nathan Miller of Pinkerton, and Thomas Polhemus of Exeter. We've got a Paul Hamas and a Polhemus in this heat.
That's going to be tough.
That's going to be tough.
We got Mutz and Rumwick in the same
In the same,
trial.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's it could be a pretty good trial because
That
again,
could
getting
be.
that winner, being that winner,
Matters.
does matter.
But-
But they're both going to make it back.
They're both, and they should know that.
Yeah.
So
How
probably
does a
they
50, how
just
much
can't
does a 50,
sleep.
how much does a 55 really take out of you? Even if you are a sprinter.
No, but they can't sleep on it saying, hey, we're the top 2 seeds, and then
It's a nice
allow
setup.
somebody
though.
to get in.
It's a nice setup the way they have this set up. You know, the 4x8s kick it off, and then
Yep.
you have the trials and the finals of the 55s and the highs, and then you have the 2 3Ks.
Yep.
So that really helps in between the trials and the finals of the dash and the high
Yeah.
hurdles. This will be the most watched prelim right now. Mutz and Rumwick.
I would think so.
Rumwick having the fastest time heading into 300 for Pinkerton.
Yeah,
They're looking for big points from him. If he
They
could
are.
steal in the final the 55, that'd be huge. But Mutz is very good in the 55. I don't see him losing today.
they're off.
Oh, no. Mutz fouled the blocks. Now, this will be interesting. The rule is if it's a false start, it's a disqualification. He fouled the blocks. We have Al Halpern speaking with the other official. I can't see who that is, but they're talking. And they're going to figure out whether
Bob.
it's a disqualification. Bob Jadar, yep.
Yeah,
Bob
so
Jadar.
if anybody knows, they
Ladies
know.
and gentlemen, the favorite has now been
Now
disqualified.
Wow.
He fell the blocks. It was a false start. He's out. I'm not sure if he's in any other individual events right now.
I don't
He
know.
might be on relays. but
Obviously,
he's out.
relays. He's definitely on relays now.
Yeah, that helps with Pinkerton. Looks like, wow, that is huge.
That is huge.
Mutz being out of the 55 hurdles. The favorite basically can add on 2 more points to Pinkerton.
You would
I'm
think.
not sure. Winnicott does have an entrance entry in the 55. You have North also does. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see how this shakes out. It's a fair
they're
start
off.
now. Pinkerton has 3 guys in this. There's
And
Rumwick.
it is Rumwick.
Rumwick with the win in 674. Second place was Vero, Bedford, 686. Paul Hammis from Merrimack, third, 692. Gigliotti from Winnicott, 696. Brooks from Pinkerton, 697. Paul Hemus
See,
from
I
Exeter.
told you.
You're right, 699. I did well with that. And then seventh,
isn't
Miller
that
from
wild?
Pinkerton again. False start on Mutts. Concord. He's out.
All right, Heat 2, we got Adam Knowles of Bedford, Caden Balageron of Pinkerton, Jack McSweeney of Exeter, Randall Jenkins of Nashua North, Joseph Aiello of Bedford, Brandon Hanley of Winnicott, Brian Jeanette of Merrimack, and Adrian Sutton of Spalding.
I still can't believe.
I know, I'm kind of dumbfounded. I almost forgot to switch the page.
Now, I will say, I mean, I wish. I can't
I
second
agree.
guess anybody else, but what's wrong with charging a false start to the field? You know, it's high school level. It's not the Olympics. It's not NCAA. I'm not trying to be highly critical of anyone.
No.
I'm just saying it's high school. So, and I know it's the state
That's-
unit all.
Yeah,
Purists
that's the
don't
ru-
like
but that's-
that, but
that's the rule. So there should be a rule change. I mean, it used to be first one to the field.
the
I'm
next
not-
one, I don't mind first one to the field. The next one, they're out.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
'Cause you don't want to be here all day. That's
Yep.
what was happening
And
in the
they're
early
off.
80s. Jenkins
This is
National-
close.
Whoa. Wow. That
I don't
Bedford on
know.
the inside.
That's what I think.
I believe that was Knowles. I think Knowles got that. Let's see.
No,
Hanley
Winnicott.
Winnicott at 679. That's pretty legit. Knowles was second, 682 from Bedford. McSweeney Exeter was third, 684. Gannett from Merrimack, 688 was fourth. Gannett. And we'll see who makes it back. Again, your winner plus your next 6 fastest times as we move forward to
All right.
the girls.
In the girls' dash, Heat 1, we've got Isla Cousins of Keene, Taylor Moeller of Nashua South, Abby Coy of Nashua North, Joanna Koroma of Merrimack, Amelia Graves of Pinkerton, Ellie Johnson back from the hurdles, Sarah Waite of Concord, and Hannah McCall of Bedford.
Now, we're sure that rules all the way up through the Olympics, right? Just false start and you're out.
I think they in the Olympics they still charge one to the field.
They charge one to the field in the Olympics. How come we
I
don't?
know.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's what we got today, and we're going to move on. Staying positive.
Girls are up, and they're off.
Fair start. Maybe Johnson or
Exeter
Merrimack.
Merrimack, yeah, either
So
one.
let's see. Merrimack. Coroma's having a phenomenal season. Johnson takes that one, gets the automatic bid to the final, 756. Coroma from Merrimack, second, 760. Graves, Pinkerton, 765. She's going to be busy today. Moeller
Yeah.
from Nashua South, 768. Fifth, Coy from Nashua North, 780. Again, winner in the next 6 fastest make it back. Cousins, Keene, 6, 783. Waite from Concord, 785. And Mickle from Bedford, 786.
All right, in Heat 2, we got Callie O'Neill of Keene, Veronica Geikis of Bedford, Grace Jones of Bishop Girton, Grace Devaney of Concord, Andrea Thisner of Keene, Nicole Alves of Pinkerton, Marino DePrizio of Spalding, and Ariana Roberts of North.
Look for Devaney in this one from Concord. One of the top seeds going into today. Again, it's trials, but really with the 55, there's really no breaking down at the end. And
No.
trials you see even in high school at the division outdoors. You know, the 100 you can break down the last 5-10 meters if
Yep.
you feel are kind of coast in to I guess conserve, especially if you're a jumper when you have all the
By the
attention
time
jumping.
you get to coasting, you're already over this race.
Exactly. Settling in the blocks. Again, Devaney is the one to watch. Thisner from Keene has had a good season as well.
And here we go.
Just like Devaney, he's going to take this one rather easily. That's a
Didn't look
nice,
that way,
nice
did it?
run for her. Devaney's first, 768. Alves from Pinkerton, 778. Third was Geikis.
I like Geekus.
From Bedford,
I don't know if that's
779.
right, but I
Roberts
like
from National North, 781. Jones from Bishop Girton, 786. DePrizio from Spalding, 787. And O'Neill from Keene, 788. Disner from Keene, 808.
All right, and on to the girls 3,000. They're bringing them up to the line. We got Jackie Gahn of Exeter, Callie Koff from Nashua South, Megan Cross of Pinkerton, Ariana Bracco, Nashua North, Mason D'Amelio of Pinkerton, Molly McGaffin of Pinkerton, Alexis Mahoney of Bedford, Rachel House of Merrimack, Keegan Pepin of Central, Amelia Opsal of Keene, Maya Krishnan of Nashua South, Lydia Matheson of Nashua South.
Well, obviously the one to watch here is Jackie Gahn.
She's a full minute seed time ahead of everybody else.
Well, I mean, 5th in Foot Locker this past cross country season. And
she's no slouch. Let's
continues
put it
to have
No
the
slouch.
fastest times across the country when it
Yeah.
comes to anything she chooses to run.
Yeah.
So we'll
She's
see
in a
kind of how
class
she
by
plays
herself.
this. She's doing the 3K and the 1500.
Yep.
I would assume that she's going to try to rip both. This is her last indoor meet in the state of New Hampshire. So
And
maybe
she's a
trying
10-second seed time over what she ran here last year.
they may be trying to lower her own state record. She holds
Yeah.
a state record. She set last
She
year
does, yeah.
9:44.51. We were for a treat last year with that. You know, remember Patrick O'Brien also set the state
Yes,
record
I
last
remember
year in
that.
the Division II meet. Both are all by themselves, but again in track you have an opportunity where you can use lap runners. So we'll kind of see how this plays out.
I think the field's small enough and get it spread out enough that you will be able to use the field.
Yeah, we'll give you kind of an idea of how she's making it through this event.
Here we go.
Fair start. Give you kind of an idea about every 400 what kind of pace she's on.
Well, she's already put 5 meters on the field, and they're only 50 meters in, so she's going.
Again, Jackie Gahn, All-American. Basically, this is the mid-season for her.
Yeah,
believe it or not,
it is.
She's going to
Yeah,
go on
you're
to New
right.
England's and Nationals. So, but this is pretty special to her, I'm assuming, with the state meet. Really, oh man, she's out pretty fast.
She is.
She's ripping.
She's through in 36.
36. Wow. That's going to pull the
The
whole
rest
field
of the
through.
field's in
fast.
39-40. They're
Pretty
moving.
fast, yeah. So
For
no
good
matter
or for bad.
no matter who that is that takes off, it usually strings it out pretty good. So
Yep.
we'll kind of see how we go along here. We'll keep tabs on Jackie Gahn. We'll also give you, again, you do have an overview of the track option on our Meet Hub to see the whole track at all times, especially if you're looking for an athlete that might be a little bit further back in the field. But we'll also give you tabs on that as we go through the 3K. It can get somewhat confusing, but we'll kind of keep you in touch here. Wow,
She's got
gonna be
15
through.
meters in 2 laps.
Okay,
She's
so
through in
she's at
1:13.
73 seconds.
It's sub 5 minute pace.
73 through the first 400. That sets her on a 9:10 3K.
9:10.
We'll see if she holds that
9:10.
up. I'm not necessarily seeing that.
9:10, 9:07, I
That's
think
crazy.
was the guy's time from Division 2.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Watch out, boys. Here she comes.
Wow. Well, I think something fun could be if
Oh.
she really is ripping, see what place she would get in the next race.
Oh,
which is the boys
absolutely.
3K. She signed her national letter of intent to attend Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. No
so
slouches there.
she has definitely worked for everything that she has
And she's
earned.
motoring.
And Callie Coffin is in second from South. He's a freshman phenom, if you will.
60 meters down almost.
And then Pinkerton Megan Cross is third. North fourth. Pepin Sister fifth. Mason D'Amelio sixth from Pinkerton. Pinkerton has sixth and seventh. If
They
you're thinking
do.
about teams, South has another couple in there with Bedford and Keene. So again, Jackie Gahn.
approaching the half-mile mark, and she's closer to the back of the pack than anybody is to her.
already. This
This is amazing.
she's putting together a year that you have never seen before in
No,
New Hampshire.
this is 2:29 through the half.
2:29, so that puts her on. So she slowed a bit, obviously, about 9:20 pace right here.
Oh,
Callie Coffin's coming through
that's all she can muster?
in 2:41, so that puts her at about 10 flat pace for a 3K. She went out really hard.
Yes, she
So
did.
we'll see if they can hold that. That'd be phenomenal. But again, Jackie Gahn, like I was saying, she's putting together one of the best years, really, in the past since Kathy Shiro O'Brien, really.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and what's remarkable is it's not just Jackie. I mean, she's killing it,
307.
307, but
Through the
she's also doing phenomenal with all of her times.
Absolutely.
So hey, Mike.
Guess who's here?
So
It's on.
we have with us
You can
The
tell he's
Larry-
new to this. He's
the
got the
Larry
microphone
Martin.
up his temple.
The Larry Martin, and we really will try to keep tabs on Jackie
will.
Gahn at the same time. But the Larry Martin, who is the chairman, if you will,
Jackie Gahn
of the New
is
Hampshire Track
on the back.
Winter Track and Field
She
League.
is passing.
We'll give you a
people at
split, and then I'm going to
1200.
ask Larry a question. So she just hit another 75. So she was through in 3:45. So that brings her through. She's on. Wow, she's just crushing it. So
It's
she's
fast.
still
How
on
about
about
that? It's fast.
9:20 pace
Yeah.
right there. Pretty.
I knew that. You didn't have to look it up on the chart.
So Larry, we were joking before, doing our best imitation of you as possible.
Yeah, we tried.
You said before how many years you've been meet director of this state championships for
I've
New
been
Hampshire.
43
director
or
for
4, depending on
years.
what you
You,
think.
you said 44, just so you would say it when I was born.
Yeah.
Well, what year was
Here
the first
comes
one?
Jackie.
73?
Yeah.
If the first one was 73.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
She's
73 or 4.
lying.
I'm not really sure.
Lying.
My memory's a little lapsed back then.
So back then, where did you hold the state championship?
UNH, 12 boys teams.
12
Wow.
boys.
That's all there was. Girls hadn't started yet.
Right.
So 12 boys teams, and right now, how many teams, how many schools take
58 New Hampshire schools
Oh,
have
wow.
athletes. There's a bunch of them, maybe 5 or 6 that only have a few kids.
right?
But there are 58 schools that in the NHI that participate. And then 8 from Vermont that are in our league, too.
Wow. And
All
we'll
right.
sprinkle in a little Phillips Exeter in there too.
Yeah.
We've seen him
Yep.
a few.
Here comes Gone.
So
It's
UNH
456 right
Right.
now.
Oh man.
She's going to roll through just
Five
a
flat.
hair over 5.
501.
501
For the
So-
mile.
for the
For the
mile.
mile. So if you were like, we were just saying before you sat down that Jackie Gahn's put together one of the best years ever in the history of New Hampshire.
Absolutely.
And New Hampshire has had some pretty
Oh,
gosh darn good girls and boys.
boys.
But this has to be one of the best years ever.
It's remember this is only the second season.
Yes.
True.
Yes,
You know,
that's true.
12 months.
We've had a lot.
If we go 12 months and go to the outdoors and then cross
we've had kids that would have phenomenal and then get to spring
Oh,
and,
my
and
Lord.
totally bomb.
True.
Like a
Jack-
finalist. I
Jackie-
seen it happen
Jackie
all the
Gahn-
time. So I wouldn't predict anything yet.
True.
Yeah.
Jackie Gahn is
True.
only 40 meters from passing the entire
Right.
field. The
It's
entire
just the way it is right
field.
now. So
Yeah.
Larry,
Yeah.
you had 12 schools
Yeah.
the
Just
first
boys.
year,
Just boys.
just boys. When did the girls get an opportunity?
in the late 70s, they had their own little league for a while.
Okay.
Actually,
Did you run that too?
No, not at first.
You've run. I mean, you've run this league
Yeah.
for 44 years, give
Yeah.
or take.
But what used to happen, the boys used to be on Saturday, and the girls were on Friday night, and they had nothing to do with each other.
You ran that,
I ran the boys,
not the girls. Okay,
Right.
at the point.
and
Oh my God, she's
Yeah.
going through 2K and 618, and she's 10 meters down on second
Second.
place, lapping it down. She is just
9:25, 9:30 pace. Sorry, go ahead, Larry.
let's see, where was I? What were we?
The girls ran
Girls,
separate
yeah,
days.
Saturday.
And what happened was the boys coaches wanted absolutely nothing to do with the girls program. They were totally separate.
Wow.
Very, very chauvinistic back then.
Yes.
And so
Different world back then.
and the Friday night meets were horrendous.
Yep.
They were the girls coaches sort of ran it, but they didn't have officials, and it didn't go well.
right.
So I made the suggestion that we run both at the same time.
Which was revolutionary at that point,
Well,
right?
the boys coach thought I was insane.
Right. Right.
And here's how I passed it. I went to the ADs and explained to them how they would send one bus to
Yeah, it
Durham
would be
rather
cheaper.
than two, and they passed it unanimously.
When you start talking
don't have to
money,
worry
that
about
kind of
the road.
happens,
Right.
doesn't it?
So they were sending a bus
Wow.
Friday night, and then they were sending another bus on Saturday.
Wow.
And at
One
first,
bus.
it wasn't good at all.
Right.
Right.
But now, obviously, the programs function together, and
Yeah.
It's more cost effective,
yeah,
honestly.
absolutely. Yeah.
We prefer it at Co-Brown to be able to co-coach and
Oh,
coach both.
absolutely.
But at the
Absolutely.
larger schools with the larger teams, that might not be as
As important.
pragmatic. So again, she's just
Yeah,
clicking
Let's
off
go.
77.
Holy cow. Rocking and rolling.
So again, she
Now she's lapping
got
the field for
9:30. Remember, the
second
state
time.
her own state record was 9:44.
9:44.
So she's still on pace to smash it by 10 seconds or so. So Larry,
Well, luckily, she's got people to race if you
Yeah.
think about
the
it.
la-
Yeah,
I mean, this is the
really,
best
man,
situation.
it-
She
yeah,
just pull
she's
people
got
back.
yeah.
We're wondering what place she might get in the guys race today. So we're
First.
wondering.
First.
No.
I'm kidding.
Not
No.
first.
If it's tactical.
Top 10.
Well, she was with
Top
them.
12.
So she was
Yeah.
with. She was with them.
Oh gosh, that could be pretty good.
She might have placed. What was sixth place in Division 2? Do you know?
Well, they were
Uh,
907 for the winner.
For the what about
I
sixth place?
I don't know.
So
I don't
she's
know.
slowing a little bit. That was a 39-second 200. So she might come around in 78, but it's still she's still going for that state record. She'll probably be doing the same thing in the 15.
So we only got 2 laps from here then, right?
Yeah, I
Correct.
think so.
Yeah.
So you had just UNH. When did Dartmouth start coming into play? Because honestly, I was saying too, I haven't been coaching for 6 years, and in just that 6 years, we had UNH and Dartmouth, and then this year I'm going to USM as a coach, going to Plymouth as a coach.
Yeah.
It's been a phenomenal growth just in 6 years.
I've had the last 2 Saturdays I've been Exeter Academy running meets.
Oh wow!
All right,
So
here
make
we
sure
go.
they-
Last lap for Jackie. Go, Jackie.
8:56. 8:56. So she's gonna break. She's gonna break her own
the
state
record.
record.
Yeah,
So you're
absolutely.
witnessing another state record by Jackie Gall. I'm not sure how many that is now.
It's
Must
enough.
be 4 or 5
bunch.
between indoor and outdoor. And she's just ripping.
Here she
So-
comes.
And let's take a moment
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
just to
is.
take this in because this is her last race on New Hampshire soil.
Nine
Well, not her last
thirty,
race, last
9:31,
3K.
Yeah.
So here we go.
3,
Your new state record is going to be
9:35.
9:35.71. 9:35.71. 70. 9:35.70. And we'll give you a quick rundown as they come across.
And Coffin's
Callie
in
Coffin,
second place.
She's
but
a freshman. She's not running too slow here,
no,
guys.
but she's a lap and a half back.
Oh, she's not laps ago. You're right. Sorry, I was talking
That's
to Larry.
amazing.
Larry has
Yeah.
a way of
You lap the field.
Lap the
left in the
field.
field. So she's in second. Looks like Megan Cross is in third.
Third, yeah.
And you have North in fourth. So when did Dartmouth start?
It started in the 80s
Okay.
when UNH was redoing. No, it was the energy crisis, and we couldn't use UNH,
Okay.
and so I got 4 dates up here,
Okay.
and we had to run the. I got 4 hours 4 times the entire winter season.
And that was the season.
That was it.
1980
Winter
something.
season, yeah, and that's when I developed tickets.
Okay.
Because I had to do the tickets then, because that was the only way we could get meets done. We didn't
Okay.
have automatic timing.
Yep.
And so then, after that, we started having some regular season meets up here.
Okay.
So when we went back to UNA.
Just to interlude, Coffin was second in 10:32. Cross was third in 10:40. And then you have Brascio from North, fourth in 10:40.3. So that was in the 1980s. It's
Yeah.
been Dartmouth and UNH for
Yeah.
so many years. And now Plymouth built the track. USM has been kind enough to
They've been
allow.
really nice to us. Yeah.
And that was the first time I've been up there ever, and they ran a great meet,
Yeah.
so that was great. And then now Phillips Exeter, so hopefully.
Pinkerton 6, so picking
Continue.
up some points.
Absolutely.
So how many teams have you added? And we'll keep this in mind too, folks, that it's been Larry this whole time, overseeing the growth of it. And when you're talking about an energy crisis and talking about just 4 meets here and having to figure that out, he's been the one that have to deal
now
with
that you
all
brought that up, during that energy crisis, we did some other things. We had meets in the Salem gym and the Portsmouth gym.
Wow.
Those schools actually made wooden corners
Oh wow!
so that we could have bank
Bank
corners.
corner.
And we
Oh,
actually
wow.
had meets there.
Holy cow.
Because that's so we only had 4 dates up here. One of them was the state meet.
Yes,
That means we only had 3
3
other
regular
meets.
season meets.
And the meets at those. And we
Yep.
used those. We didn't have standards.
Yep.
We just had whoever the fastest kids
Yeah.
were.
Yep.
The-
All right, we're about to put the guys on.
So
Guys 3000 coming up. We've got Vorbach, Ireland of North, Mackenzie of Concord, Gagnon of Pinkerton, Bosch Dining of Concord, Huberdeau of Timberlane, Duncan of Concord, Dennis of Winnicott, Sullivan of Exeter, Cook of Concord, Seeley of Londonderry, and Donnelly of Londonderry.
this is going to be important towards the team scores. North pretty much has to go 1-2 here to have a
Yeah,
shot.
they do.
But then Forrest McKenzie has had a great year. It's his first year in indoor track. So he's going to have something to say about that. So we'll see how this develops as well. So Larry, when we're talking about indoor tracks, there's separate rules at every indoor track.
Yes.
How important is it that parents
Yeah.
and kids and coaches follow those rules?
Wow, that was loud.
Many of the sites were relying on colleges to let us use them. For example, the second year I was running the league at UNH, a kid, people say, why don't we use spikes at UNH? A kid from a certain school went out on the main basketball court with spikes on, and he was caught by the UNH AD.
The basketball court.
Yes. The main
spikes?
gym. Yes.
They're probably having a game that night.
I don't know, but on Monday morning, I was in the athletic director's office at UNH.
I'm sure.
and
Wow.
pleading
To allow you back.
that we would fix the issue.
Okay.
The best part was that kid didn't even have a coach there.
Oh, wow.
We had all kinds of issues back then. Kids used to be all over the building. They'd be down in the catacombs.
Catacombs,
and,
yeah.
and so we had to come up with all kinds of rules.
Yep.
You know, people say, "Oh, we should be allowed spikes." Well,
By not having spikes,
Every-
we solve a lot of problems.
Yes.
Every rule that we see, there's always a story behind it
Yeah.
and a reason
Yeah.
behind it.
In fact, you know,
We're
when
doing 70.
Southern Maine went and redid their track this year, they spent $900,000 on it.
That's
And
not a lot of money at all.
Yeah, when UNH redid theirs 20 years ago, it was $300,000.
Yeah.
And we won't get it done again probably for another 20 years.
Right.
But anyway, their AD called and said, "Would it be possible for your kids not to wear spikes up here?" Because
And how long did you think about that?
yeah, I said, "Well, you know, you're gonna be thankful because we don't wear them at our other facilities.
Yeah,
so I can guarantee you my kids won't, because he said that was what destroyed their track.
Right.
Was high school kids running his bikes, because
Well, just
when
the
they have a high school meet there,
Yeah.
it's 10 times bigger than any college meet
Absolutely.
there. And you got kids that are dumb.
What?
You know,
No.
that don't lift their, they're running in spikes, but they don't know how to run in
Right,
spikes. They
right.
put
Dragging 'em.
spikes in that are too long.
Yeah.
you know?
half inches. And
Yeah,
things like
absolutely.
They
So
don't
they
think
came
about
with the
after cross
shoe.
country.
Or they came with the shoe.
Right.
They thought that's what you're supposed to wear.
Came
So-
with their
Exactly.
javelin shoes.
Well, that's why it's just so important for coaches to communicate
Yeah.
that with their parents and for us, because we're all in this together.
and like here, people get all upset why I make the buses to drop the kids off and then go over to the Hanover
220.
and park over there. But what they don't
840 pace
understand-
right now. 840 pace right now. Hold on, let me just interject real quick, Larry. So you have Vorbach in Ireland to plan,
1-2.
and you have McKenzie in
On 'em.
third, followed by Gagnon from Pinkerton, and that looks like Bostiani from Concord. So again, North, this is going true to form.
Right.
Vorbach and Ireland trying to get much needed points.
They seem
And
to be
Forrest
switching
trying,
off, too.
Mackenzie trying to crash the party, if you will. So buses here at
Oh
Dartmouth.
yeah, the probably the second or third year we had the state meet here.
Yep.
We buses parked in the big lot back there. As the meet was getting done, they all pulled up in front to pick up their kids. Buses are like lemmings; they just follow each other.
Yeah.
Well, the meet went on for a while. The buses were backed up all the way down the
To the
main
floor,
road
yeah.
through the
Wow.
four-way stop.
Yeah.
Traffic was stopped in downtown Hanover in 4 directions. The police were here. And again, it was brought up that why are we here?
Right.
Why is Dartmouth having us here? What good is it for them? They're getting
Right.
in trouble with the police. So that's why we come up with rules. And every rule was there to try to protect the whole program, not one kid.
69.70 again. And they are switching laps, aren't they, Ireland?
Yeah.
And-
I don't know if they're switching, but it seems to be one pulls up a little bit.
I'm going to go. Okay.
Oh, let me just
Okay,
say one more thing.
Sure. Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're not trying to be rude. We're trying to kick
Yeah.
people out in between meets, are we? We're trying to get people out so we get the buses out and we
Absolutely.
keep
Buses
everything running
out.
smoothly.
Get the other teams in.
You saw what that was like.
Yep,
Yes.
we always try to help.
And I'm dealing with that every time.
So, Larry, thank you so
Yeah,
much, because
absolutely.
without you, come
No.
on back again.
Yeah.
We'd love it.
Anytime.
But without you, this wouldn't be possible, any of this. So thank you so much. All right, so here we are again.
Ireland and Vorbach. About 3 strides back is Forrest McKenzie.
It just looks like Forrest is sitting there and just waiting. So we'll see. So again, team score, not team scores, but the way it's shaking out right now: North Concord, Pinkerton, Gagnon. You want to say Gagnon's a tough runner? I
Yep.
think those are your top 5 with both standing 5th. Then you have a pack kind of battling for 6th, a bit back. So it will get you another split
Yeah,
here. They're
well,
coming
we're
up
going through
on
the
the
mile.
mile. So see
Gonna go
Vorbach. Here we go. He
440.
looks like he's going to make a move. Now these guys are
40.
70 again. So these guys ran in the 850s, 850s earlier on. I'm not sure if Forrest has broken 9, so he might be in a new world here. He already is running into a track.
Yeah.
But Vorbach in Ireland,
And
there
they
go.
are
They're
starting to
opening it up right
gapping them a
now.
little bit.
So they're just doing what they did a couple weeks ago, running the 850s. So they're on 850 pace right now. So we'll see kind of, well, actually
wouldn't
840,
count-
840 something pace.
I wouldn't count Forrest out yet either.
Well,
I
these
know.
guys are dropping the hammer right
They
now.
are. But, sometimes you drop it a little early. I mean, I think they know they got to get away from Forrest.
Yeah, they're
Forrest
on,
has
they're
a
on
solid
845 pace. They're on 845 pace right now.
Eli looks pretty solid in there right behind Gagnon, though.
Correct.
Letting Gagnon do the work.
David Cook has moved into
Yeah,
sixth.
he looks good.
David Cook from Concord, another one of those Deerfield boys, moved into sixth.
Deerfield.
Famously coached by Jim McKenzie.
Jim
If you
McKenzie.
see him here today, he's wearing the sweatshirt to prove
Yeah.
it. Vorback opening this up on his
I mean,
teammate.
he definitely
That was a 69.
started to stride
That was a
out.
69, so he dropped 1 second. Forrest does look under control. He's always a grinder. He's got
He's a
Gaddon and
grinder,
Bostein kind of tracking him a bit here. So we'll see kind of where this plays. We have 5 laps to go for Vorback when he comes around again. 6th place is David Cook. He's
Yeah,
made
if
a
I was
pretty good
David
move.
Cook, I'd want to be moving because I've seen
Huberdeau
Huberdeau drop the
can
hammer in the
roll.
last 3 laps.
Dennis from Winnicott, dude. He's a pretty good strong runner as well.
I remember Huberdeau coming around.
Vorback just
Obsessive.
really dropping the hammer. That was a 34 second. He's dropping down to 68 second pace, just slowly turning the screws. Max Ireland looks pretty good for second, but don't count Forrest McKenzie out.
Ireland just looked over his shoulder too.
That Forrest has been doing that too. You got Gagnon and Bostining. Looks like Bostining's just kind of sitting right
It
now.
does look like he is.
Maybe playing for those points. Cook still has Huberdeau on his tail for 6th.
What did you
Top
say?
6 get
Davis?
medals here. Top 6 get medals here. We'll give you an idea with
Winnicott just
3 laps to
tried
go
to
for
step up.
Vorback. Oh, Londonderry just dropped out. That was a 68 second. 68 seconds there. Another drop in pace.
Ireland looks solidly in second. Gagnon and
Got a little battle
Bostining
going on
are,
right now.
and they are gaining a little bit on Forrest. I don't think they got enough time to get there, but they are gaining on him.
Huberdeau is gaining ground on Cook right now for 6th, and he makes a pass as Vorback comes with 2 to go. Vorback with 2 to go. He just dropped another 34.
And he
7:34 with
just
2
went
to go.
He just went to the arms. He wants to put this
Yeah,
away.
He's going to be going. He'll be in the 840s. We're looking at a new PR for David Vorback.
It looks like Ireland's working on the rest of the field in order to try to just keep it.
Vorback's
keep
going to run one of the best times ever in Division One, by
Is
the
he?
way.
He's looking good.
Right now, the top time ever is by Francis Hernandez, 842 for Division One.
He just went past
Guar
Huberdeau.
Majak, 846.58, back in at 2005,
He
and
just
he's at
went around.
809 through 2,800 meters.
He just
So-
went by 6th place too.
If he drops just a 35 for 72nd pace, it's 844. That's going to put him at least second. He might set the Division One record here.
And that Hernandez is certainly no slouch either.
Division One record 842.52. Let's see how Vorback comes around. Certainly ripping. He's got a nice, graceful stride, David Vorback.
He never looks like he's going fast. but
839, 840, 841. Hernandez is safe for
I
Division
think,
One.
he slowed
but
down.
That's the second fastest time
Yeah.
ever. He
I
beat
think
Squar Majak, who's been an Olympian, by the way.
Yeah.
So second place, Max Ireland. McKenzie coming hard. He has to come hard because Gagnon from
Gagnon's
Picketed
right
coming
behind
through.
him, yeah.
The second will be
Ireland.
Ireland, then McKenzie, then Gagnon, then Bostining. So first place Vorback is your champion, 844, 50, 46. Second place Ireland, 857, 83. Third place McKenzie, 858, 80. That's a PR for Forrest. Fourth place Gagnon, 859, 67. I think it's a PR for him as well.
Huberdeau's going to be 6th.
Bostining, 902, 32. Huberdeau always solid. Looks like he could be wrestling at the same time.
I think he's.
So
I-
Huberdeau in
He
90,
reminds me of a caveman.
9,
He did just a hair flowing.
921, 66.
Looks like he's ready to put the thump down on some game or
There you go.
chase
Wow.
down an animal.
Warback definitely wanted that.
Yeah,
Congratulations
he
to him.
certainly
Second
did.
fastest ever.
It almost
Pizza-
looked like
pizza-
he took his foot off the pedal coming in, knowing that he had it in the bag. Maybe he knew that he wasn't going to get the record.
These top 10 times, by the way, are also on NewHampshireTrackandField.com under records. These are just since the divisional split since 2002. We had one division. We were trying to get to that with Larry. He's a busy man, meet director and all. He might come back, but they split it into divisions finally in 2002. So the top 10 lists you see are since division split. So since 2002, that's the second fastest time. So we're going to the finals now. Finals for the hurdles, I believe, will be first.
Yep.
So we'll have the girls' hurdles up first, and we'll get the finalists here for you in a moment. Well, so we saw a state record,
We
a
did.
near Division
Near
One
Division
record.
One record.
So
Yeah.
distance racing in New Hampshire still is very strong.
And just if we look at it, we're only looking on the screen 8 deep, but they've got Cook from Concord at 9:32. Probably ninth place would have been Jackie Gone had she been in this race, and who knows, she might even she might even ran down Cook if she was in a race against him.
What did she end up running?
It was 9:35.
9:35. So eighth was Cook. Was Cook in eighth place in 9:32? She would have been top 10.
She would have been top 10.
Yeah, I mean that's again, it's one of the best careers ever.
I think
if
that,
not the best career ever.
Yeah, I mean
in the
that
history
certainly
of New
gives.
Hampshire women's cross country track and field. If you put it all together.
Yeah, I mean I think that gives you a little perspective that she would have been ninth in the 3K.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty solid running. All right, they're getting the hurdle set up. As soon as we get the start list, we'll let you know who's who.
Well, we
You'll
like
see
to-
them down there.
We're getting some messages from people just letting us know how it was back in the 80s. Kevin Beck, 1987, junior year, was the last year that they had the indoor champs at UNH's concrete 160-meter track. The next year they were renovating, so it was put up at Levron, which we are right now at Dartmouth,
Right now.
which was still 220-yard track until they made the conversion. So we're off and running here. Again, and this is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, brought to you powered by Runners Alley. Today's Meet Hub and live stream is sponsored by Patriot Pole Vault down in Massachusetts.
Named after the New England Patriots, of course.
Again, they're delaying the Super Bowl just for us. If you
Just
believe
for
that
you.
one.
I could care less. I'm watching what I want to watch
Well, I'm
right
hoping it
here,
stops
right
snowing
now.
so you get back in time. So here are your finalists going in. Lane 1 will have, go ahead, Coach.
We got Forte from Bedford, Reed from Winnicott, Lewis from Nashua South, Nichols from Bishop Girton, Johnson from Exeter, Sweet from Exeter, Coco from Bedford, and Thisner from Keene. I told you hurdling was her forte.
I think you were talking about the 55.
I don't remember what I was talking about at this point. It's been a long day of commentating, actually.
Hey, man. By the time we
I
get to
love
the
it.
1500, we might be a little punchy. We'll see.
Might be.
So Norm Kennedy, we
Norm
think,
Kennedy.
had the 3K statewide record before Hernandez.
Yeah?
1986. Before the D1, D2 split. 1986 ran 8:48 before Hernandez broke.
I remember Norm Kennedy.
But again, let's keep in mind, all you older guys, they're running in sawdust chips or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and even on indoors. So
Uphill
they'll
both
say they're
ways.
just tired.
Snow.
A slow track. Thanks again, Kevin, for that little tidbit. Keep them coming.
Norm Kennedy ended up taking 2 meter champions. Taking them, I mean, he earned them. But my teammate, Brett Cartwright, who ended up coming up here and skiing, actually, at Dartmouth. Here we
Our
go.
fair start. Here's the final. We got Bishop Girton and Exeter. Nichols and Johnston. It looks like Nichols is going to go away with this one. Looks like Johnston second, Lewis third. Let's see what the official says. So Nichols, 871, is your state champion in the high hurdles. Johnston second, 906. Lewis is third, and 914. Coco fourth. Bedford, 936. Valuable points there. Sweet Exeter, fifth place, and 937. Reed, Winnicott, sixth place, 948. Forte, Coach Smith's
Seventh,
favorite.
Yeah.
Bedford 972 and 7th at Thisner 8th from Keene 979.
You do like the names. Thisner's kind of an interesting one as well. All right, they're switching them up for the guys' hurdles, moving them back, lifting them up. As soon as we get the list out, we'll let you know who's in this heat. I know one person that's in this heat, Billy Powers.
Team of Billy Powers. Yeah, we're going to see something special here as they're
I
changing.
hope so.
As they're changing the hurdle heights, we do have a moment. Nashua South on the women's side, after 6 events scored, has 39 points.
Wow.
That's a little bit of a surprise right now.
Yeah.
Bishop Girton second, 32 points. Pinkerton lurking in third at 31 points. North fourth, 26 points, tied with Exeter with 26 points. Watch out for Exeter in the coming years. Sixth place Bedford, 12 points, then Dover with 7, and so on and so forth. So right now, Nashua South off to an early lead. I'm sure they expected this as a sorts. And Pinkerton looking to gain most of their points in the middle distance and distance events,
Right.
which are just about to start really kicking it after the finals and the dash.
All right, we've got Feliz from Concord in this one, Bailey from Merrimack, Sutton from Spalding, Powers from Winnicott, Spencer from Pinkerton, Trombley from Memorial, McGregor from Salem, and Nickel from Concord. That'll be lane 4 that Billy Powers will be running in. We'll see.
Well, Billy Powers set the state record last year, 7:34.
Oh, might as well do it again.
Might as well. He won the event. He must have done that in the. Must have done that in the trials
Must have.
because he won that event in 7:56 last year.
Yeah.
Or he could have got it at New England's. So
That
probably was at New England's.
Probably
I
at
would
New
say.
England's.
So let's see what he does here. What was his prelim time? Do you remember what his prelim time was? I think it was 40 something.
I almost want to say it was 30 something.
No, if it was 30 something, it's pretty close. Actually, he was 7:49. So he's 7:49. So faster than his championship run last year. So let's see what he ends up with this year.
I called him to the blocks.
It's not really. Now, we did see Dalton Mutz fall start out of the 55. So
Yeah.
we don't want to jinx it too much here. We
I don't
see
wanna
all
jinx
the
it
guys
at
go
all.
all the way through.
They're up and they're off.
Clean start.
He
Powers.
is definitely first over the
Hit
hurdle.
that last hurdle. Hit the
He
last
did.
2 hurdles. Let's see where he ends up.
He definitely won. Question is, did that hurdle affect his time too much?
As we wait. Oh, that's not a good sign.
No, it's not. They'll have it.
7:42.
7:42.
Not a state record, but faster
Faster
than last year. Second place was Spencer from Pinkerton, 7:94. Third place, Felice from Concord, 8:12. Sutton from Spalding was fourth, 8:21. Trombley from Memorial was fifth, 8:30. Bailey from Merrimack, 6th, 8:48. Those are your top 6 scores in the high hurdles. Here we go with the dashes.
Clearing off the hurdles now, getting ready for the 55 dash. Ladies up. As soon as we see the start list, we'll let you know who's in it.
See Grace Devaney.
Got the white. Okay, we got Geekus of Bedford, Moeller of Nashua South, Caroma of Merrimack, Johnson of Exeter, Devaney of Concord, Graves of Pinkerton, Alves of Pinkerton, and Coy of Nashua North. And they've been given the
White flag.
green light,
Here we
ready
go.
to rip.
Billy Powers is so smooth. Probably it's perfectionist. Probably didn't like hitting the
I'm
third
sure
and
he
fourth
did.
hurdles, but it's pretty legit. I would say Devaney's your favorite here, but Caroma from Merrimack, watch out for her. And of course Johnson from Exeter. It's all
Yep.
a lot of this is with the start. So let's
It
see how
is.
the start
This whole
how the
race
start
is the start.
Don't count out Graves from Pinkerton either. Caroma, Johnson, Devaney, Graves, right in the middle of the track.
Yep. And they're in the blocks.
Alves from Pinkerton. Last to get set. Oh, it's a fair start. Very even start, I would
yes,
say.
it is. This is
Caroma, Johnson. Caroma wins it.
Definitely wins it.
That was tight. Out of the third lane. Caroma, 7:52. Johnson, 7:56 in second. Third was Devaney, 7:59. Graves was fourth, 7:66.
Less than a tenth of
Moeller,
a second.
fifth from South, 7:70. Alves from Pinkerton, sixth from 7:71.
Less than a tenth of a second separating the top 3 on that one. As the guys get set up.
7:52, pretty legit. Last year, that race was won by Katja Levasseur. Miss Track and Field Outdoors.
That's right.
She ran 7:40. The state record was 7:14, set back in 1989 by Angie Johnson. You know that
Right.
name.
Yeah, here we go, boys. 55. Jenkins from North, Barrow from Bedford, Knowles from Bedford, Rumwick from Pinkerton, Hanley from Winnicott, McSweeney from Exeter, Jeanette from Merrimack, and Aiello from Bedford.
We have an empty lane, Mike. Empty lane in a final.
Empty lane in the final. Who is that?
Lane 5.
Hanley?
Hanley from Winnicott.
That's not
So
good.
Rumwick looks like he'd be your favorite. This race was won last year. in, excuse me, 666 by Dalton Mutz. Again, defending champion. False started in the prelims. Even start again. It's all about Rumwick, and if he could get out hard.
Ooh, is that tight?
I
Looks
don't
like
know.
he was up.
Looks like Rumwick might have got it right at the end.
The other guy, yeah.
Rumwick, 678, wins it.
That was
State
close,
champion, the 55. Look for him to double back in the 300. Knowles from Bedford,
Wow.
681. Verroll from
Wow.
Bedford, 682. Aiello from Bedford, 684.
Holy cow.
Huge points for Bedford
Look
here.
at that.
That's 18 total points just with the second, third, and fourth. Jenkins from North,
there's less
687.
there's less than a tenth of a second between.
Phenomenal race. And
fifth-
Exeter, 689. McSweeney, 81 to 89. Your second through sixth. What a race.
Unbelievable.
That's how it is sometimes, though, I would say.
All right, we got the girls' 1,000 coming up. Coming back, we got Brittany Johnson of Pinkerton, Michaela Randall of Keene, Caitlin Pepin of Central, Sierra April coming back from Pinkerton, Bailey Carrillo of Merrimack, Jenna Bradish of Alvern, Kelly Foley of Exeter, Carolyn Towle of Bishop Girton, Kaylin Gregoire of Londonderry, Delaney Flanagan of Bedford, Carly Rinko of Bedford, and Abigail Ward of Spalding.
Well, Pinkerton has definitely made a move here a bit with the 55. Right now, South 41 after 7 events. Pinkerton 36. No South runners in this 1,000. And you got Brittany, the Warrior Johnson, Sierra April. They just ran the 4x8s.
Right.
A lot of doubling back from the 4x8 to this one. They have a decent amount of rest. Not a lot, but a decent amount of rest. So let's see how this plays out.
Kind of depends, too, how this plays to your strengths.
I would say dark horse. Who would you be your dark horse in this one?
I don't know. I mean,
Pepin's fresh.
yep, Pepin is fresh.
Caitlin Pepin is fresh. She's 309 seed.
Bailey Carrillo of Merrimack, I think, is fresh, too.
Yep, Carrillo from Merrimack. A veteran now, senior.
Yep. I don't know if
Gilbert
Michaela
Kamala.
Randall ran already.
Kaylin Gregor from Londonderry.
She's veteran as well.
Here we go. Start. Look for Johnson to lead it right away.
I would think.
And we'll see
Get
what
in
happens.
that position.
Yep, Johnson is out with Pepin in second on the inside rail. Again, for those that are tuning in, take a look at the overview, especially if you have people that you know, kids that you know that are in, might not be towards the front. But the 1,000 doesn't spread out too much, to be honest with you, so you should be able to stick right with the main feed.
And it's not. It looks like they're trying to run
Kaylin
this as slow
Gregor.
as they can.
That's kind of smart by Brittany
Yeah, by
Johnson.
Brittany
She's got a
Johnson,
big day.
absolutely.
So, Kaylin Gregor, veteran,
Through
wild
at
veteran
38.
from Londonderry.
38.
38 through the 400.
Your second seed is sitting there almost in the back of the pack.
Last year, Leah Salas won this in 2:52, and she went
Yeah.
on to break the state record last
Right.
year at New England's in 2:48.25. Now running at Cornell, running quite well.
Looks like they're all queuing off Johnson.
Yep, and Johnson
that's
controlling this can
perfect.
be very good. Yep,
I mean, that's
good.
where I'd want to be if I was her in this situation. You know, I'd like to run off the back shoulder, but
Watch Michaela
somebody-
Randall. She's starting to move up. Sorry, Coach.
yep. But somebody like Brittany Johnson, she knows how to play the game.
Came through in 78.
Bedford moving up on the outside as well.
It's about 250, 251 pace if they keep this up. That's right. That's pretty fast.
That is pretty fast. It looked like they were just
They
kind of
just might be
settling
super
in.
fit, ready to roll.
Yeah. I suppose, too, first lap, you always feel pretty good. But there are definitely some people working there. You can see it in the arms.
So 38 seconds for that last 200. You've fallen off a little bit, but not too much. They're coming up on the lap to go now after
Yeah.
this. You still have Pepin second, Gregor third, Randall fourth. If you're just tuning in, the field events are all completed and they're at the bottom of your screen. So you
All
can
right.
check in on what we got. One lap to go.
One
We are
lap to
bunched
go.
up, Coach Smith. What's going to
Yeah.
happen? Randall
I
looks
don't know.
tremendous on the
She
outside.
does.
Can anybody pass Brittany Johnson?
Brittany Johnson doesn't make it easy to pass either. She takes up a little
234.
space.
through
They're
the
trying.
8.
They're trying to
They
go
slowed
around
a
her on
bit.
the corner, trying to ride up on her, but she's smart enough to just kind of keep it. The
She's
pressure
so
on.
strong. How are you going to pass her? That's
You're
really
gonna have
it.
to just.
Carrillo in fourth from
change
Merrimack. She does have some speed at the end of these. Sarah April.
Here comes Pepin too.
Carrico going around. This is Caitlin Pepin, ladies and gentlemen, trying to take down
Trying
the
to take
Warrior.
Johnson. But
She's
there you
got
go
some
to the
turnover.
And
She's going to do
gonna
it. She's going to be your state champion. Caitlin Pepin, her dad's now the coach. Congratulations to the Pepin family.
Yes. What
Just
a race.
took 2 points. Pepin 309.70. Johnson 309.94. Carrillo 310.96.
Look at
April
that.
from Biggin 310.98. What a
98.
race by
Holy
Caitlin
cow.
Pepin. Very smart race. Randall went down 5th, 311. Rinko from Bedford 311. Gregor from Londonderry 314.48. 8th was Bradish from Alvin 315.
They're bringing up the
that
boys.
That is an upset.
That is an upset.
And I know Brittany Johnson's a warrior and
All
all,
right.
and we love watching her do all these events. But, you know,
Hey, you got to
keep
do what you
Caitlin
do.
Pepin 3rd seed all the way up.
All right, here we go with the
Congratulations.
boys. Matt O'Brien of Concord, Colin Connery of Concord, Jack Taylor of Winnicott, Joseph Kern of National North, Ethan Damaris of Pinkerton, Zach Plaza of Pinkerton, Ryan Devine of Concord, Steve Grohl of Pinkerton, Matthew Griffin of Londonderry, Will Horgan of Alvern, Andrew Payton of Merrimack, and Hayden O'Hare of Winnicott. Yes. 307, yeah. That's crazy.
All right, Rick Berryman just let us know that Jackie Gon's 1K split on the 3K was 307.
And unfortunately
That's amazing.
for Rinko in there today, the fastest time of the day came from Division 2
True.
because she ran, I think it was 2:59.99. You couldn't get any closer to 3 minutes if you tried.
All right, this 1,000 looks to be pretty hot. Concord has a group of guys in there. Matt O'Brien, they kept off the 4x8. Should be pretty fresh. Connery, I believe they kept off the 4x8 as well. Taylor, I believe, was off the 4x8. I know Curran ran it. Let's see how we do.
Vine did, but I think they Concord got behind and they ended up.
That was a little pushing right there. No one went down. A little pushing there. Rubbin's racing, right?
It is. It is.
Don't extend the arm, boys. Oh, they slowed it right down.
Wow.
Oh, this is where a lot of contact happens.
Yep.
That's Taylor
patch.
from Winnicott getting out of the
That is
4A
a
in
pack.
there.
And they've all switched position at least once.
Yep.
I like this. Go to the front, control the race.
It's Peyton from Merrimack.
33. They went through in 33.
He's not scared. He's your 11th seed in second. Just trying to get out of there. O'Brien, you have to think, has one of the best kicks in the field. He's been working his 1,500 a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping down to the 1,000 is kind of his natural place. Again, he's your number 1 seed. He's sitting in 3rd right now. Got Curran from Nashua North. He was on that 4x8.
They're still tight. I mean, there's 5 meters between the entire pack.
They're not setting any records right now.
No.
So we're going through in a bit of a pedestrian 68.
Here's that. You got some of the guys running 4x8. More than
That's-
happy to
that's-
let this go easy.
It's a 250 pace. That's pretty. Not very fast for the 1,000. But again, this is a championship meet. They're not necessarily running for time. They're running for points. Banners last forever.
Yeah.
So let's see how this plays out. O'Brien's kind of stuck on the inside there. It's very crowded right now. They're not running very fast. Pinkerton, is that Damaris or Plaza or Grew? That's in
Not
the front.
Sure. Shoulder to shoulder
That's
right now.
Damaris.
2 laps to go.
That's Damaris. Matt O'Brien's still sitting there. Damaris takes the lead
O'Brien goes
from
around.
Taylor. O'Brien's watching.
Yep.
He's putting himself in
Tracking.
great position. And there's Connery.
And he's going around on the corner. This is it. He's making his bid now.
Watch Connery's teammate.
Absolutely.
A little bit of still pushing and shoving going on, just letting you know where they're at. Not really pushing and shoving, just saying, hey, we're right here.
Yep.
They're through in 2:12. This is going to be flying. That was a 64-second 400. Let's see what they drop this in. Conker's looking to come 1-2 in this.
Yes.
Picking in 3rd, but Winnicott, they want to make a charge. These 2 points could be very valuable. Curran from North moving up to
Going
3rd.
around, he's
Valuable points.
Absolutely.
Let's see how this plays out. You got Matty O'Brien, Colin Connery. And here we go. It's going to be Matty O'Brien, your state 1K champ from Deerfield. Connery 2nd Did
I think
Winnicott
Winnicott
just...
might have nipped him. I think he might have.
So, O'Brien, your state champ at 241.32. Congratulations. Connery conquered second, 242.33. Taylor Winnicott at 243.62 in third. Curran from Nashua North, 243.64 in fourth. Damaris from Pinkerton at 245.17. Payne from Merrimack, 246.68. Horgan from Malvern, 248.06. Devine from Concord, 249.81. Congratulations to Matt O'Brien. He was the top seed.
Yep.
Expected him to win. He's really grown a lot as a runner, especially
They were
this
going
indoor
at
season.
250 pace and then
That
cranked
just-
it down to 241.
That helps. That
That's
helps the
cooking.
kickers. And I got too excited. I didn't get that last split. My fault.
That's all right. Here we go with the
Fired me.
girls. First heat of the 600. We got Sylvia Cadell of Salem, Riley Ducharme of Central, Jordan Valancourt of Pinkerton, Lauren Noble of Spalding, Tess Rogers of Winnicott, and Hannah Swain of Nashua South.
Girls scores after 8 events. Pinkerton now in the lead, 48 points. South 41 points. Exeter third with 34 points. Girton fourth with 32 points. Nashua North fifth with 26 points. Merrimack sixth with 16 points. Those are your top 6 teams. Boys scores after 8 events. First is Pinkerton, 50 points. Second, Bedford, 42 points. Third, North, 40 points. Fourth, Winnicott, 36 points. Fifth, Concord, 34 points. And sixth, Londonderry with 10.
All right, here we go with the first heat.
First of 2 heats. It's always fun to kind of see the winners winning time. See if they can crack that top 6 in the scores.
Absolutely. Because you only have 6 in the next heat, you know.
3 straight laps. So it's not like UNH, which
Nope.
we all love UNH. It's got character.
It
We're
does.
trying to figure out how many laps sometimes and explain it to parents is fun.
Well,
it's a fun endeavor.
If you got 3,000 meter runners, they'd much rather run here than there, even with the no bank turns or anything.
So that's
All right,
Noble from Spalding
yeah.
taking the early lead. They went through in about 33 seconds.
Yep.
Salem Cadell in second.
Valancourt in third. It's a tough event.
It is.
600.
It is. I'll be interested to see what Valancourt does here. She's a seasoned veteran.
Yep.
She did run the 4x8, ran pretty tough in the 4x8, so we'll see what she has coming back.
And now she's being slid up on by Winnicott, which just makes hard getting out.
Yep, 600 is
So
so
she's let her
short.
by, and now
Bellows run that through in 67. Noble looking strong, coached by Michael O'Brien, who is Andy O'Brien and Patrick O'Brien's dad. Grew up in Long Island, went to Chaminade.
Chaminade.
Great 4x8 to Chaminade. Looks like Noble is going to
Yeah.
Noble and Cadell. No, I'm sorry, it's Winnicott. Rogers from Winnicott. Noble and Rogers from Winnicott.
April's
Whipping. You got Valancourt in third.
Valancourt's
Again,
closed
let's
some of the
watch
gap,
this time.
but-
That's a strong run,
That
142.73.
is-
That could be strong enough to score. Maybe the top 2 even. 142.70 from Noble. First, Rogers was second, 143.19. Valancourt third at 143.95. Swain was fourth at 145.68. Cadell from Salem was fifth at 148.19. Ducharme from Central, 151.83. Round out your top 6.
All right, in second heat,
Here we
Asia
go.
Mercer of Memorial, Macy Graves of Pinkerton, Hadley Raymond of Exeter, Olivia Coco of Bedford, Caroline Fisher from BG, and Dominique Milazzo from Malvern. See how this goes with Caroline Fisher in here.
Caroline's been battling some injuries.
She has been.
And-
I heard
and-
she's dropped down for this. I'm sure she would have loved to have been in the 3,000 if she could have been.
Sometimes life throws curveballs at
It does.
you. And character's best measured when things aren't going as well. And she's out here
Absolutely.
towing the line, racing hard. So you got kudos to her. We hope
Absolutely.
that she makes it through to the other end and finds her form that we all know she can do.
Yep, she's leading it into the break.
And it would definitely help if she was able to.
Oh,
Oh, don't slow down, girls. Don't want to get caught. 32 through the first 200. Don't slow down.
yeah, that was strange.
This is not good. They're all kind of waiting to see who would take it, but I'll tell you what. That first
Yeah, they better
race,
watch
that's
out.
a solid 142, so we'll see.
And they had to have been watching that race. They know that they were out. They know it was fast.
That's Coco from Bedford taking the lead, I believe. And Fisher goes right to her shoulder.
Right to her shoulder. And they got
Milanazzo.
If I was gonna make a move, I'd just make it and go. I mean, it's
Now,
only
let's see-
3 laps.
Let's see what happens.
Here we
Here
go.
goes Fisher
Bell
towards the lead. Milanazzo right on her corner. They went through in 67, 66, 66, 67, and there's Fisher. She's going after it. Only Milanazzo going with her.
Yep.
Let's see if Milanazzo has what it takes to overtake Fisher. But Fisher right now, wouldn't that be great for her confidence if she could win with a 600 state title?
I think if anybody wins the 600, it's probably good for their confidence.
Especially speed.
Yeah.
And she's putting it on right here.
Yeah.
134
Milanazzo's
right now.
trying to come around
Milanazzo
now.
coming around.
Will she
Let's
get
see how
there?
they finish. It's going to be Milanazzo.
Milanazzo.
140. Milanazzo 140, 26 at your state champ. You have Fisher
in
140, 58. You have Graves 142, 11. 142, 11. Coco fourth at 143.22. Fifth place was Raymond from Exeter, 143.94. Mercier from Memorial, 144.83. Is in sixth.
Fantastic run by Milanazzo. I mean, stalking the whole time and really turning it on kind of there at the last minute and doing exactly what they needed to. Here we go with the boys. First heat of the boys. We've got Aiden O'Hearn of Concord, Terrence Coyle of Pinkerton, Thomas Lamar of Exeter, Elijah Demio of Merrimack, Ryan Moyer of Dover, and Devin Crowley of Merrimack. The boys look like they want to run fast.
How many heats do we have in this? Let's
Two.
see. 2 heats.
2 heats.
Same thing. I think sixth place. The winning.
I think so too.
She snuck in there. I bet.
I didn't do it, but
That was too exciting at the end.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it.
yeah.
It's exciting like that at the end.
And they're off. These
Fair
boys aren't
start.
messing
They're
around.
ripping pretty hard.
So what you gotta always like about the first heat or the slower heat is those guys oftentimes go right after it, knowing that their only shot to move up is by going after it. Here we come
Noble
to the break.
ended up fourth, coach. Noble ended up fourth.
Nice.
Rogers from the first heat also ended up fifth. So out of your slow heat. So
Here
let's
we go,
watch
the
this
break.
with interest right
Yeah.
now, right?
Moyer went
So
to the front.
fourth and fifth from the women's, from the girls' race finished.
You mean from the first
From
heat?
the first
moved
and second moved to fourth and fifth overall.
All
Sorry.
right. We just had a
Oh, they're ripping, man.
we just had a change of leader.
This is DeMayo
Mara-
or Crowley. Let's see.
Moyer back to the front.
This is Crowley from Merrimack in the front. You got both Merrimack, DeMayo and Crowley going after it. But it's
Over-
Ryan Moyer.
That's. Oh, and he's going to the arms. He's starting to tie up a little bit.
He ran the
but he
4x8 too.
he
He was
looks
part of that 4x8 team.
Yeah. He looks like he might have it. Oh, he's starting to tie up.
And you have
And Merrimack is starting.
DeMayo and Crowley
I
coming after
don't
him.
know
But they're
that
all
they can
kind of
get
hurt.
there.
Moyer is laying down a time. This could
Yeah.
be 127. And I'll tell you, that might be good enough to score at some point. So let's
Yep.
see. So Moyer was first from Dover, 127.76. Again, Nick Piatti doing a great job over there. Second place, Crowley from Merrimack, 128.38. Third place, DeMayo, Merrimack, 128.39. Fourth place, Coyle from Pinkerton, 130.32.
127 is what we're going to have to watch.
Fifth place, Lamar, 131.13 from Exeter. Sixth place, O'Hearn, Concord, 132.31.
All right, second section. Bryce Eckenrode of North, Joshua Adams of Concord, Aiden Kindrop of Keene, Pat Hanlon of Pinkerton, Aiden Kenny of Bedford, and Tanner Valhooley of Winnicott.
Aiden Kenny, 123.74, your top seed.
127.7.
Is what we're looking for.
Oh, that's what we're looking for. I was finally smart enough to remember it.
I'd write it down. At our age, we got to write
Write
everything
it
down
down.
as it is.
Then I'd have to remember where I put the pen.
Right?
Oh, they're going already.
Oh, they're not going to wait. They're not messing around.
No. And it's tough to say because we can't see the stagger, but there's people moving fast. That's all I know. There we go.
So
Bedford.
that's Kenny.
Bedford to the lead.
He looks tremendous right now. They were through at about 27,
Hanlon
28.
right behind him.
27-28. This is going to be a race.
Kindot in third.
Getting up
Oh,
to
and
junior.
there we go. Hanlon going around.
He's trying to. He
Let's
holds him
try it.
off. That was a great
Wow.
move. Great response by Kenny to hold him off right there.
Wow, they are throwing. They are swinging wildly right now.
Hanlon and Kenny. Let's see what happens. Let's see what that kind of battle did for both of them.
Yeah.
53 through the 400. This could be a 122, 123. State record is 119 by Russell Brown. We all know that guy.
Yeah.
Godfrey
I
has a Division
remember
1
that.
record in 128.85. Last year, Noah Woodman won this in 124.73. Kenny might be eclipsing at least that. 110 right now.
He's starting to tie up, and Winnacunnet is coming.
Hanlon is tying up. You got Valhouli from
Both of
Winnacunnet
them.
coming around.
Valhouli.
Here comes Kenny, 121, 122, 123 and change. Then you got Valhouli from Winnacunnet, Hanlon from Pinkerton in third. Kenny wins officially 123.36.
Well, I can tell you that
Hanlon 125.04.
Moyer is going to move up.
Yep.
There was a big gap back to National
Adams
Guard.
conquered 127.24. That's 127 can be as fast as
127.
third.
Yeah, it was 127.7, so he moved into fifth. Then Valhouli, DQ it says.
Uh-oh.
All right.
That might not
Girls
be good.
300 happening on the other side
Hold
of the
on
track.
one sec. That 123.36 doesn't even get in the top 10.
No,
Sorry.
That's all right.
But he ran hard. That was a great race. Go ahead.
Absolutely. In the Girls 300, Heat 1, Hallie Drew of Nashua North, Megan O'Brien of Pinkerton, Ariana Roberts of Nashua North, Camille Sweet of Exeter, Isla Cousins of Keene. That's your first heat. Starting on the other side of the track. That was a great race by Valhouli. I just wish we knew what the
Yeah, we can find out why he got DQ'd. That'd be something.
maybe
I want.
stepped
Stepped on
inside
the line. The one thing that we don't have this year
the rail.
is the rail, and the officials put out cones to try to help the kids. But it is a rule in track and field: no more than one step, right?
Yep.
So no more than one step, consecutive steps on the line.
Yep. They catch them. They catch them in the Olympics all the time.
Yep.
Not that they're trying to cheat or anything like that, but sometimes.
Something I'm noticing right now, Mike, is decidedly much less spectators here right now. Why do you
Yeah.
think that is? It's
Jeez, I don't
6:07.
know.
Why do you think that is? 300. Here we go.
Wonder if coaches ever enter their kids just in the early event so they can get out.
Not the state championships, man.
No.
Track and
Here we
field.
go.
Oh
Whoa.
no. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I'm not sure that was a
Called
false
that
start.
one back.
Called because of the bad start, bad cap. No, green card. What does that mean? That means it's good.
Yeah, green
No
mark.
one's gonna be.
It
No
could.
one's gonna be out. Might have been
No,
bad
it
cap.
could be a number of things.
Yeah.
Could be that the gun
Bad
didn't sound
shell.
properly.
Yeah.
Plus, on something like the 300, they're pretty stretched out as far away.
Gotta be able to hear it.
Yeah.
Their heads are down, ready to come out of the blocks. So most of them are anyway. Actually, there's only 2 in the blocks. All right, fair start. Here we go.
There we go.
2 heats of this. There's only 5 per heat, so somebody in this the winner of this will score. They're in the lanes for almost a
whole-
lap.
For the whole thing.
Whole thing, you're right. They're in lanes
It's a
the whole time.
300.
It's been a long day. Getting hungry.
It's hard to say what's going on.
So here we go, coming around. Is this Sweet of Exeter
It looks like Exeter
and Cousins of Keene. And it's going to be Sweet of Exeter. So she's going to
definitely
score
scoring.
44-14. Second was Cousins from Keene, 44-24. Third was Robertson North, 44-68. Fourth was O'Brien from Pinkerton, 44-71. Fifth was Drew from North, 47-12. And that was it, actually.
All right. Next heat, we've got Melanie Hutchinson of Merrimack, Marina DePrizio of Spalding, Brianna Coco of Bedford, Amelia Graves of Pinkerton, and Grace Devaney of Concord. And there's only 0.02 of a second between Graves and Devaney.
This could be good. Is it the same Coco that was in the 600?
Nah, there's
No,
a
it's
couple
sisters,
of
they're
Cocos.
sisters.
Crazy for Cocoa Puffs.
What the heck?
I don't know. I just remember that.
That
From,
was bad. It's almost as bad as your Forte combo.
almost.
All right, here we go. Fair start. Again, Devaney. Amelia Graves is your defending champion, 41.73.
Devaney runs
State
with
record,
a
if you're-
ton of power.
If you're wondering, state record is 39.87, 2007 by Anna Chiafretti. Division 1 was 40.93, 2010 sent by Melissa Higgins.
This is tough
I
to
know
say.
Graves and Devaney. I don't think Graves has made up the stagger yet.
I can't tell.
She's making it up a little bit coming off this turn. I think that Graves is in the lead. Let's see what this last
I don't know.
straigaway
Looks
does.
like it might be Devaney.
Oh, Devaney coming through.
Yeah.
She beats the
She's
defending
gonna be your
champion.
winner.
Congratulations. 41.91. 41.88 for Grace Devaney from Concord, your state champion. Graves from Pinkerton second at 42.36.
That's a great run out of lane 6 because you don't know
Tremendous.
what's going on.
Coco
You just
third,
gotta run scared.
43.60. Fourth was Hutchison, 43.86, and DePrizio was fifth, and Spalding, 45.14. There were two scored out of the last heat, by the way.
Absolutely. Here we go, the boys 300. We have 3 heats. We have John Brooks of Pinkerton, Henry Philbrook of Winnicott, John Paul Hamas of Merrimack, and Zachary Valhooley of Winnicott. Joining me again is Jim McKenzie, Deerfield coach extraordinaire. We
Well,
battled a couple of times back in the day when we used to actually run reasonably almost quick.
Yeah. Now we're weird.
Now
All
we
you can eat chicken wings contest. So some
Bring
pretty
'em
good-
on,
Some
baby.
pretty good races today.
there has been some pretty good races.
Speaking of Deerfield boys, how about Matt O'Brien?
Matt O'Brien, that was a great run.
Yep, that was good. That was good. I'm proud of him.
If you're gonna win, you got to run with confidence, and he did.
Yeah, he did. He set up perfect for him.
He did.
He had the best kick in there, and he was kind of hoping that it would be a little slow the first couple laps, and then he could pull the trigger at 300.
Well, here we go. We got another Valhooley in here. Can't be the same one because they just ran in the last race. Merrimack. Paul Hammis has made up the stagger on Winnicott. It appears to be the guy in the lead here for sure.
That 600 was pretty nice, huh?
That was. There we go. Merrimack will be your winner. So we got Paul Hammis of Merrimack, 37.88. Brooks from Pinkerton, 38.24. Valhooley, Winnicott, 38.28. And Philbrook, Winnicott, 38.87. Second section, Caden Ballergen from Pinkerton. Connor Cellini of Pinkerton. Braisden Ellis from Nashua North. And Matt Gigliotti of Winnicott. White flag, green light. Calling them to the blocks.
Pretty close team scores right now with Pinkerton 58, Bedford 52, Nashua 40, Concord 40. Wow, it's pretty close.
Yeah, Concord had been in fourth. They've gained a few points here.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they gain some
600.
more in the 1500.
All right, here we go. Second heat. We only have 3. One of the Pinkerton guys is not running. Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't scheduled to be in there.
All right. It's going to be Nashua North. Ellis.
Whoa.
Ellis National North 36.59. Gigliotti of Winnicott 37.43. And Baylor Giron of Pinkerton 38.20. Final heat, we've got Vero of Bedford, Radagonda of Exeter, Rumwick of Pinkerton, and Billy Powers of Winnicott.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good race right
It
here.
should be, yeah. Rumwick is your top seed, but Billy Powers is the man.
Yeah, he is tonight. So far, he looks good.
So far.
He won the high jump and the hurdles.
Did he win the high jump?
Yep.
Nice. The hurdles, he ran pretty darn fast, and he took out one of the hurdles even.
Did he break the state record?
He didn't,
He
no.
didn't.
He was off by 800ths or something.
Oh, okay.
He's in the outside lane, so he's going to have to just hammer. Rumwick's not. He's got. Oh, there we go. Rumwick is taking off. He's inside lane on Powers, and he just pulled ahead. They still got to go around the corner.
Don't count Powers out.
I wouldn't count him out.
Vero's coming up too in that inside lane. Looks like Rumwick's going to take this.
It does look like he's going to take it.
Nice job.
As he does.
35.5.
Powers second, I think.
35.51. That's pretty good.
35.51.
Powers,
Powers, Winnicott
36.19.
36. Vero, Bedford, 36.32. Exeter, Radagonda, 36.79. That was a fast heat.
35.02 was the record.
So that was pretty fast. A lot of fast boys in
Yeah,
there.
that's one of the fastest all-time times
Yeah.
right there.
This brings up the girls' 1500, and of course, coming back for the 1500, we got Jackie Gone, setting the state record in the 3K already. Callie Coffin's back again. Brittany Johnson's back again. Megan Cross is back again. Grace Corbett of Merrimack. Violet Sullivan of Exeter. Jessica Fontaine of Alvern. I forgot Sierra April of Pinkerton. Molly McGaffigan of Pinkerton. Mason D'Amelio, Pinkerton, and Kaylin Gregor of Londonderry. So they set up on the other side of the track as well. Kind of striding out, getting ready. Got them lined up over there. This should be interesting. A lot of these girls have doubled up. And here they go. And Jackie wastes no time going right to the front. Looks like Brittany Johnson sliding in right next spot. Callie
I'd have to
Coffin's up
think.
there.
I'd have to think they'll let Jackie do her thing.
Oh, I would hope so.
The state record is 4:36.79. Jackie Gone won this race in 4:43 last year. 4:43.10. Believe it or not, state record set by I think was a former teammate Shannon Murdoch.
Shannon
Now
Murdoch.
running for UNH, running quite well for Coach Hopler at UNH.
Yep.
She's out.
She's out. One lap in. She's got 8 meters on the field.
We'll try to give you some splits. We are all the way across.
Yep. Callie Coffin sliding into the second spot right now. Johnson just trying to keep her in check.
She's ripping
Third.
pretty good.
She is. The rest of the field's ripping along pretty good, too.
Yeah, a lot of your same players. You got
Yeah.
Callie Coffin in second, Brittany Johnson, Megan Cross, Violet Sullivan
Sullivan.
from Exeter. And now this is why. I mean, this is a team championship
Absolutely.
today. That's
You
why
can
you
look-
see
look at
Johnson
those
on
pic-
there all the
Look
time.
at the Pinkerton girls. They're just trying to stay close.
Jackie Gone through in 73. 73 seconds through the first
And
400.
the rest of the girls threw her in 79, so they're not slacking either. Callie Coffin's trying to get away. But Jackie's gone.
That's worse than your forte.
Oh, come on. That wasn't
Coffin in
half
second.
bad.
Corbett from Merrimack moves into
sliding up,
second.
yeah.
Third, I mean. And then Violet Sullivan moving up on the outside.
What did Violet ran something? 4x8?
4x8.
4x8.
Nice
so
leg.
she's probably pretty
Nice
fresh.
leg.
She's solid. She's a veteran runner.
Oh, yeah. She's knowing what she's doing, but Callie Coffin's kind of getting away from that pack. Let's see what
Well,
happens.
I
in the
know.
second
Brittany
half.
Johnson just said the heck with it and is going around the outside.
There we go. Let's
getting
see what
back in.
happens.
I've seen a number of times where the kids have been tired and they hang back, and then finally 3 laps to go, they just feel it and go.
Oh, here we go. We got 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go.
Callie's kind of just sitting out there. Let's see what the pack does.
Looks like the Pinkerton
Coffin is a
girls went to
fearless
work
runner.
together.
Coffin is a fearless runner for a freshman. That bodes well.
So you got
800 right now. She's at 230, so that's 5 flat pace for 1600. That's about 442, 441 for 1500. Let's see where she comes around again. That pack's starting to make a little bit of headway on Coffin. That's Megan
They
Cross in
are.
3rd, Johnson 4th, Sullivan 5th, Corbett 6th. And that's Fontaine 7th from Malvern. We have 3 laps
3
to
laps to go. And if Sierra April can hold on, she might be able to slide up. She
Point
needs
might
to
become
get 2 to
valuable.
get some points.
We'll see with the lap to go. She's gonna be it's gonna be coming on with 2 laps to go. Jackie Gunn. It's Mason D'Amelio from Pinkerton.
Yep. Had a lot of work today, and she's feeling it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Here comes Jackie.
2 laps to go for Jackie.
She's around. She's going to start lapping the field.
Well, she runs a 70. She has a shot. 70 for the last 400. She has a shot at the state record. She'd have to dip under 70 to break the state record.
All right, we got
4:36,
Callie in 2nd.
39.
Brittany Johnson sitting in 4th. Violet Sullivan in 5th.
She just clicked off
Corbett.
at 37, so she's on 74 second pace for that last 200 to the start of the 15.
Megan Cross is in
She's gonna have to
2nd.
drop it. Doubling back, it's still amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing here.
She's going to the arms for sure.
404 with a lap to go.
404.
She'd have to run a 31 second last 200.
Callie Coffin in 2nd. Cross in
She
3rd.
looks pretty comfortable.
Johnson in
She's at
4th.
419, 420.
Sullivan in 5th.
Here
Corbett
comes
in
Johnson
6th.
and Cross.
Johnson's like, I
Sullivan
can get in
5th.
from here. Johnson's like,
Corbett 6th. Fontaine 7th.
this is within my wheelhouse. I am going. And she
Here comes
might
Jackie Gunn.
she might be able to get Cross.
Might. Jackie Gunn 437, 438, 439, 440.
Wow.
Tremendous job by
Wow.
Jackie Gunn in first. Johnson making a shot towards Coffin.
Yep.
Coffin, the freshman,
Oh
still
my
finishing
gosh.
strong.
Johnson
Are you
has
telling me
wheels.
Johnson's going to get her?
I don't know.
I don't know. She's still pumping. Coffin holds her
Coffin
off,
holds her
ladies
off.
and gentlemen.
That is an incredible run by Johnson.
Great run
Cross
by
in
Coffin.
4th.
Coffin's doubling back
Corbett.
to the 3K.
5th and Sullivan in 6th.
Darn was first in 440-40.
Wow.
That-
That was some good
That
racing.
beats her double from last year. She doubled back to 443 last year. Coffin 457.98. Johnson 458.30. Cross 502.60. Corbett from Merrimack 504.37 was 5th. Sullivan from Exeter 505.45 was 6th. And then Fontaine 513 and April from Pinkerton 521.
All right, coming up in the
Tremendous
boys,
race.
we've got Jacob Winslow, who's going to be fresh. Vorbach's back. Ireland's back. Matt
Winslow,
O'Brien's back.
Wait, Winslow's fresh?
Yes.
I think I know who's going to win.
Colin Donnelly from Winnicunnet. Joe Gagnon from Pinkerton. Forrest McKenzie from Concord. Bosch Dining from Concord. Tom Vanderslice of Exeter. Joseph Curran of Nashua North. Sean Holden of Salem. And William Heenan, the 9th grader from Londonderry. My boy Valancourt knows Heenan. That's a guy, he tried to run with him at Meet
The
of
freshman?
Champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I just wanted to be the top freshman, so I chase Heenan around. I go, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, he was pretty fast.
My guy lost about 20 spots in the final 160 meters. He ran out of gas, running on empty.
I think that's a song, but I don't want to use
I
too
think
many.
so. You need me to make that bad joke?
I'm letting you do all the bad jokes, all the bad puns.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Oh,
no!
are you kidding
Oh
me?
no! That was Winslow. That was
Are
Winslow.
you serious?
That was Winslow with the false start.
How do you false start a 1500? What's he pulling out? He's going to his
my
cards.
Goodness, are you kidding me?
They have to.
On a
They have to.
1500.
Yeah, they have to talk.
Oh my gosh.
They have to talk, but they've already
Oh
made
my
the
gosh.
decision on this.
Oh my gosh.
What's he pulling out? Red
It's a
card.
It's Winslow.
Winslow's out.
Oh my
Can you
gosh.
imagine sitting out everything for one race?
That is heartbreaking.
And he's still standing there.
Well,
Oh, he just walked off the track. He's just recognizing. And here we go. He is not happy.
oh my gosh. Well, one of those reasons to maybe have a false start charge of the field.
Well, I mean, hey,
But this
how
is
do
a
you false start in
1500.
a
How do you false
1500?
start at 1500, right?
And there we go. Vorbak right to the front.
Matt O'Brien.
Matt
This
O'Brien's-
could turn out to be a
yeah.
pretty good race here.
O'Brien
Wow.
says, if you want it, you're going to have
Wow.
to take it.
Wow.
And as much as Concord needs points, they're not going to get to the front.
Wow.
Well, maybe they said, hey, you want this? Come get it, because I'm
I'm
going to
still
make you
floored.
earn it.
I'm still floored by what
I
happened.
know.
Pinkerton girls are running
Top-
away with this thing, by the way. 72 points after 11 events to Nashville South's 49. Looks like they're going to win their first title since 1981.
All right, we
Vorbak
got
getting right
Vorbak,
after it.
O'Brien,
That's
Donnelly.
Donnelly.
Not sure who the other Exeter guy is. I can look it up, though. I have the sheet. Vanderslice.
Yeah.
I like that name, Vanderslice.
All right, Vorbak going right after it. They're about 63, 64 through the 400. That's 412 for the 1600 pace. Coming off a 3K, he's running with a lot of confidence.
Yep. Well, winning helps.
That's for sure.
Vanderslice in second. I mean, that's Winnicott. Donnelly.
Donnelly, you just said that like
I know.
You're getting tired of punching
Donnelly.
too.
Home slice.
I mean, not a Messinic High School where you coach.
And teach.
and
Maybe I
teach.
shouldn't have said that
I
part.
guess that's the way it works. You forget things 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Hey. If you don't commit too much to memory, then you can't forget. You can't remember what you
Vorbak's
forgot.
running away with this.
Vorbak
He looks
is.
Tremendous.
He's got 20 meters, and
And
he
these guys are
he looks
content to
good.
play for second. The
I
real
think
race
so.
is Donnelly, Gagnon,
Yep.
Vanderslice, McKenzie, Bostein.
Dining. Yep.
That was-
Is that O'Brien off the back now? I think it is.
yeah,
He made his bid. Sometimes, you know.
state champ in the 1,000. He's probably pretty pumped up.
Yep.
And meanwhile, Vorbak was about 210 through the 800.
They're going to have to do a lot of work if they want to catch him, and they're not going to do it with one guy leading
3
the
laps
chase
to
back.
go. He looks tremendous. Looks very strong.
Somebody else has got to get up
Donnelly.
there and chase, too.
Forrest McKenzie is
Forrest
losing
is
some-
trying.
Wait, a little bit of jostling.
A little jostling.
I just think they're tired. to be
I
honest
think
with
so,
you.
yeah.
I mean,
And you're coming into the turn. You kind of lean in a
yeah,
little bit.
That's
and-
all right. I don't think that was anything on purpose
No.
there.
Oh, there goes
McKenzie
Forrest.
making a little bit of a move here. 2 laps to go.
Ireland following him. Ireland doesn't want to let McKenzie beat him. Like,
Now Ireland making a move in his own.
yep.
2 laps to go. Vorbak going through 3:02 with 2 laps to go.
They do look like they're making a little ground on him, but
4:10,
they got a lot of
4:11.
ground to make up.
Last year, Vorbak won this in 4:11.54. And I believe that was also doubling back from the 3K.
Yeah, O'Brien's not feeling too good right now.
No,
Got a gorilla on his back.
it's won a state title today,
Yeah.
though. So, hey,
Hey,
Gorilla, piano.
I think he'll be fine.
I think,
In the long run, he'll be okay with it. Ireland going around Forrest
Let's see what we
and
got.
looking like he's going to try to go around
Vorbak,
Donnelly.
1 lap to go. He's doing
They could use
3:37.
18 points.
They certainly could. We'll give you the men's team score up
There
there. in a
we
minute.
go.
Donnelly in second. Ireland third.
Going to
McKenzie
the
fourth.
arms.
Gagnon fifth. Bostein sixth. Vanderslice
Ireland
seventh.
and McKenzie going to the arms.
Vorbak still looks strong. I still
I-
think they're not going to have enough real estate.
I don't know,
There
though.
goes Ireland. We're going 1-2 again by North. 1-2. Ireland's coming after him.
Yeah, and Vorbak's
Vorbak
head just bounced about 3 times.
Get across.
Get
baby.
across, and he's
1,
gonna.
2 again.
There
ladies
we
and
go.
gentlemen.
Ireland
All right.
second.
Ireland's
Donnelly,
1-2 both.
McKenzie,
Gagnon.
Bosch Dining,
Vanderslice.
Vanderslice, my homeboy.
Holden from Salem. So first place, is
Yeah.
David Vorbach.
David
He's your
Vorbach
double
does it
state
again.
champ. 4:12:41. Ireland North 4:14:02. Donnelly Winnicott third 4:14:93. Forrest McKenzie fourth 4:16:95 of Concord. Gagnon fifth of Pinkerton 4:17:79.
The what ifs.
Sixth,
The what
Bo
ifs.
Steining from Concord 4:20:06. Vanderslice seventh from Exeter 4:21.
What would have happened
Holden
if
Salem.
Winslow had gone in there fresh?
Winslow,
Yeah, I mean, I think we know
Feel
that.
bad,
All right,
yeah.
section 1 of the girls 4x400. We have Keene, Concord, Dover, Nashua South, and Merrimack. And Nashua South is your top seed in this heat. All right, we're setting them up here.
All right, we'll try to give you a team score for the boys once the boys 1500 comes up. Who do we got, Coach?
I already said it. Keene, Concord, Dover, Nashua South, and Merrimack. Nashua South is the top seed coming in. While you're sitting there gallivanting, I'm sitting here doing all the work, already taking care of things.
Did you really say home slice a little while
I
ago?
did.
Oh my
Vander
gosh.
slice, home slice? No.
We're back in 1984. Next thing you have to be doing is quote and run DMC.
It's hammer time.
That's a different guy.
It is.
Yes.
What do I know? Music of the 80s.
It's over with
my
the early
forte.
lead, South in second. There are
Concord,
usually
Keene,
3 heats of
Merrimack.
these, so there's 3 heats of these.
Yep. We got 3 heats.
All right, boys. This is a little tighter than we thought.
It is.
First place Pinkerton, 70 points. Nashua North, second place, 62. So they're 8 points separation. That's a lot. I mean,
Well,
Nashua
those
North,
18 points
18
definitely
points
help.
huge. Bedford third, 58 points. Winnicott, 51 points. So it's gonna. I mean, obviously Pinkerton's in the driver's seat here.
Well, and I'm looking at
They're
the
gonna
4.
have great relays.
Yeah, I'm looking at the 4x4, and Nashua North's not even in the fast heat of the 4x4.
Yeah, I mean, this is
And
Pinkerton.
nor are they in
We've
the,
seen some pretty weird stuff though, home
yeah,
slice.
oh yeah. Yeah, we have Vander Hoosel.
Don, I mean, we had a false start in the 55 from the top seed,
Yeah.
a false start in the 1500. I mean, just
Here we go.
weird
South
things
going
happen.
around. South, Dover, Keene, Merrimack, Concord. Coming into the last handoff, it appears Nashua South. Well, Dover's going around the outside. Looks like Dover might get the stick first. Got to keep them in the same lanes, though. Oh, nope, they just switched. Dover takes it first, then South, Keene, Merrimack, and Concord.
Let's see. What are some of the funny things that Mike Smith has said today? Home slice. I think he said Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs, Forte. I remember Cocoa
You
Puffs
quoted
when I was a
MC
kid.
Hammer when I said Run DMC.
Well, who cares? Run DMC. They're the ones that did it with
No, they had
Aerosmith too, right?
Yes,
those
you're
guys.
correct.
I remember those guys.
That's not a song named My Adidas.
My Adidas. Oh, they always they rocked Adidas with no
Walked
shoelaces,
Walked
right?
across concert floors.
Were you at those concerts?
I grew up in New York.
Yeah. You didn't have a choice.
Lived longer in New Hampshire now, though. So.
Yeah. Oh, you've lived longer in New Hampshire than you were?
Yeah. 18
I
years.
started out in Massachusetts, but
Oh, that explains a lot.
yeah.
Dover South,
I don't.
first
I
and
try not.
second,
I try not to talk too much about that.
heading into the anchor leg.
There we
Is
go.
that Grace Devaney getting the anchor leg for Concord?
Looks like it. Oh yeah.
She might make this a little interesting for probably third in the heat, maybe.
Is that Devaney and
That's Devaney.
Devaney? You say potato, I say potato.
This is getting awful.
We're getting to the end of the
Nobody.
day, that's for sure.
Let's just make this announcement.
Everybody,
Nobody text us or tell us anything about the Super Bowl.
you can text me all you want.
Roger Goodell did not listen. He started the game.
What?
Pretty upset.
What? I hate that guy.
Oh
My
goes
God,
Devaney.
man.
Like we said, it'll be third in the heat. We got Dover and South. Again, we have
Oh
3
my
heats of
gosh!
this.
Look at South go around Dover. What a back and forth. Crazy.
And no matter what the time is, total time, it's still fun to watch.
Yeah,
this.
it is. It is.
Does that mean
Very fun.
we're track junkies?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it
Nice
means.
race by South. South had a nice meet on the girls' side. They're forming a nice.
These
track
guys
and field
are
team.
these guys are 10 seconds faster than their
Grace
seed
Savannah,
time.
third.
Yeah, all the way from back to third. And Keene catching Merrimack as well.
Now, really, the competition on the women's side is going to be between South and Exeter for second place plaque. You got 49 points for South,
All right.
7 points for Exeter.
They're bringing out the second heat. We got Alvern, Nashua North, BG, and Spalding. And all of are the first. South ended up running faster than any of these guys' seed time. So
Okay, we'll see what happens.
they put it
4:25 is
together
the
for the
time.
4x4.
Remember, there's only 4 per heat, so
Right.
we'll see what it is like after the 4x4 as far as the team scores.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to have to get me a set of green and red cards from when I start races. Just in case. There we go. Not messing around on the start line. Ready, set, go. Boom. As it should be.
We'll see coming off the break. Who's in the lead? Looks like Bishop Girton at this point. Bishop Girton, then North,
To the
then
lead,
Spalding, and Alvern. 1 lap into their 4x4.
And Jerry coming back out for the 4x4.
She had a great 4x8.
She did. They're a great family. They run for the Flash. My daughters have run for the Flash
great.
too, and I love talking to their dad. He's a great guy, always happy, good mood.
Awesome. We do have something special here in New Hampshire.
We
that's
do.
for sure. So we got Spalding handing off in the lead.
Yeah.
Again, Mike O'Brien doing a great job there. So we got Spalding, North, Bishop Girton, Alvern. And once again, this is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runners Alley. Today's Meat Hub sponsor is
New
today's Meat
England
Hub sponsor
Patriots.
is
New England Patriots.
Patriot Pole Ball Club.
I mean Patriot Pole Ball Club. All right. Alvern coming through first. Spalding, North passing Spalding, and BG in 4th position at this point. You mentioned Mike O'Brien doing a good job at Spalding, so that's something that Spalding was definitely in need of. It's
Oh, yeah.
unfortunate. I remember,
They had great history there.
yeah, I remember
Coach John Doria.
I remember running up there when they used to do the, I think it was the
SCNH
Pepsi,
meet?
yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, Doria did a great job with that. Meet.
Yeah.
Was
And
it
so,
Friday night? Friday night
Yep.
lights almost?
and so it's nice to see bringing something back.
Okay. So,
Hey.
again, Alvern.
Alvern, North, BG.
No, I'll tell you what, they're only
Spalding.
at 430 pace, so let's see what this does. 'Cause
Yeah.
425 was the last one.
Yep.
So let's see what this does.
Well,
oh, whoa.
Nashua North might be doing
North might
something
say
about
something
that.
about that right now.
Oh, wow.
It's a big move right here.
Huge move. Wonder if she thinks she's in the 4x2.
I don't know.
That
She looks pretty
I know, but
comfortable,
that
actually.
was, she went around that third leg like it was.
She looks very
nothing.
comfortable.
She does.
Well, arms are going up a little bit. Let's see what happens. Let's see Toll from Bishop Girton. Spalding. And here come our anchor legs onto the track.
There comes our anchor legs. Big lead, 25 meters.
It's all about time right here.
It is all about
she's gonna
time.
hand off. We'll give you the split through the
312.
so 314. So they'll definitely be faster. But these other
Yeah.
the other teams have to work here.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I mean, you got to wonder. I mean, what did you qualify with, and who are
Right.
you running?
And honestly,
Now.
this is kind of the time where kids, athletes might have some issues
Yep.
health-wise. Hamstrings, anything like that can go, and you have to put a last-minute sub.
Yep.
The flu's hit New Hampshire pretty good here.
Oh man.
So I
has it
know
ever.
that a couple teams have got hit by that.
There we
So
go. 345 with 1 lap to go. Alvern making up some ground. BG rolling.
So we'll see what these times are, and then we have one last heat, the girls 4x4, and we'll see who the state champs are. Spalding coming through. So it looks like North is going to win this one because of the third leg. That was tremendous. Fourth leg, not too shabby, obviously, either.
They were
Very strong.
429 seed.
425 was the winner of the last heat.
Yeah,
So
they're
this
going
is
to run 418.
419, 19.
Alvern making up some nice ground.
Alvern's going to sneak in there.
Yep.
So those are the top two times so far, 422.
BG.
So North was first, 419.15. Alvern was second, 422.62. Bishop Girton, 427.31. So the lead team from the first set of heats is going to be so far in contention.
So
Four
far
more
in
teams in the
contention.
4x4.
Yep, we got Winnicott, Exeter, Bedford, and Pinkerton coming up in this last heat. Bringing them on the track right now. Ed Burgess leading the way. Looking sharp in his gold shirt. That's the ugliest color. I hate to say anything bad about it. I wear it during the spring season. But it is ugly.
All right, now let's keep this in mind. South won that first heat, correct, in 425.
Yep.
So South and Exeter were separated by 2 points after
Oh.
the 1500 for second. And they get it. That's hardware, people. So
Yeah.
South and Exeter here.
And Exeter's in
And
the
Exeter's
fast
in the
heat
fast
right now.
heat. So we'll see what they have here.
You never know who's running the relays. And South obviously puts stuff
I see
together.
Brittany Johnson on the 4x4.
No.
Yeah.
Say it ain't so. Of course she's on the 4x4. Try to keep her off.
How are they gonna? I mean, they're gonna. You got Amelia Graves down there too.
There we go.
All right,
If Brittany Johnson told me she wanted to be on the,
it's gonna come down to the 4x2 for the South versus
Yeah.
Exeter, I think.
I wouldn't say no because she'd probably pummel me. What?
All right, let's see who's got this at the break. Looks like Bedford possibly
Yeah.
already making up the stagger.
Exeter sliding
That's
through
Coco.
though.
That's a Coco.
That's a Coco. There's two of them.
She's gonna get pinched. Exeter got pinched a bit.
Look at that. Pinkerton did a nice job waiting until they got to
That was
the
a perfect
curve
job.
to cut in. No need to get there before you get to the curve, really.
Pinkerton, Bedford, Exeter, and Winnicott. Is that Valancourt second?
I
for
think so,
Pinkerton?
yeah.
She's been busy. Going for a state title, you all are busy.
Yeah, yep. And they take the baton 5 meters up.
All right, let's see. Winnicott is in fourth. We're watching Exeter here. Their time is very important as far as the team score is
Yep.
concerned. Exeter right now is in third with 47 points. South is in second with 49 points. South has
And
ran
here
a
comes
425.
Bedford. Holy mackerel.
Look at Valancourt, they'll hold her off.
Wow.
Exeter's third. Who do we have anchoring Exeter?
I think
Can't
Bedford just slowed up so that they didn't have to try to do it on the on the
That's
corner.
Valancourt again, running fearlessly.
Yep,
But Bedford has very strong relays.
they do.
Exeter's third. 39.
And who's on the line to take the baton from Valancourt but Brittany Johnson?
Well, Bedford's still strong.
Yeah,
We have to pay attention to the time for Exeter
yep.
and see if they score.
I already
mean,
forgot what the
they're
other
behind.
one was, but
It's 425 and change. I
425
believe.
and change.
So we'll see after this event. It might come down to the 4x2.
Valancourt to Johnson handoff.
Bedford handed off. Exeter.
Oh, and they're moving.
And Winnicott right now in fourth in the seat. To let you know, it looks like Exeter, if they run a 70, they'll be eclipsing at least And she's going to
And
run faster than
Bedford
70.
is catching Johnson.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Johnson might be a little tired.
Might be a little tired. She's
The
done a
first-
little bit
fourth
of work
race of the
today.
day. She's a
At the
soccer
same
player.
time-
She's used to moving this much.
At the same time, you
Bedford
have
looks
to
good.
get around her, and that's not going to be easy. If you've
She's
been
all
chasing.
arms right now. We'll
Yeah.
see what she's got left. Exeter's still in it. 2:45. So that's going to, oh, wow. That's going to be close with South. They got to gain 2 points on South. So she's
Bedford
got to
is not
finish
making
this.
any ground on Pinkerton at this point. She did a great job
Still
catching up,
still
but
have one more leg. I am getting punched out. I thought that was the last leg. Okay. Where's my coffee?
one more.
We'll see what happens. This is Graves. I don't see anybody passing Graves.
No, that doesn't seem likely.
Bedford second still. Exeter third.
Yeah,
Is that Johnson from Exeter?
I don't know.
No, this is going to be a great anchor.
I think this
They're
is
going to have to boogie, though. To 425 from South is
Yeah.
there. And don't forget the last heat was won at 422.
2, yeah.
So they're going to have to boogie here to be able to. The last heat could have 2 in the top 3 to top 4.
Yep.
1 lap to go. 341. Yeah, they're gonna win. Bedford and Exeter. They do have a little bit of work to do, but I think they're gonna be safe for second and third.
I think so too. Though,
And that's gonna make the
South-
4x2 real interesting for second place.
yeah, South is definitely going to beat Winnicott in this one.
Oh, she's looking behind Exeter. Don't look behind. You gotta keep ripping. It's about time right now. So Pinker's gonna win the state title in the 4x4. This is
Yeah.
gonna be a tremendous exclamation point. We'll see what they do in the 4x2.
Absolutely.
Bedford is second. Pinkerton girls, that first title
Exeter,
since 1981. So first
They
was Pinkerton,
might have.
413.50.
Exeter did.
Second
beat
was
South.
Bedford, 418.13. Exeter's going to pick up a valuable 6 points to take a 4-point lead on South for the runner-up plaque with 421.47. Fourth was Winnicott at 425.55.
Here we
I'm
go.
not sure if that edges out
I don't
South.
know.
We'll see the overall in a second.
Yeah. Bringing up the boys. First section's got Alvern, Keene, Nashua South, and Memorial.
We'll give you team scores in a minute. We think that Exeter has overtaken South for second overall in the team scores by 2 points. Looking ahead to the 4x2. Exeter and South are both in the heat of the 4x200.
Yep.
So it could very well come down to that head-to-head race, which is what we love
Yeah,
for the
and
runner-up
Pinkerton,
plaque.
too.
Keep in mind, Pinkerton's going to
in
win.
there. They're going to win, but
Pinkerton's
it's
going to
nice.
win.
It's going to be awesome to have them all in the same heat.
First of 3 heats of the
The
4x4.
Alvern guy almost got caught adjusting his shorts while they were firing the gun. Spandex wasn't sitting properly in the right length on his knee. Well, these guys aren't waiting.
No, no, no.
Memorial coming out of the far lane gets the jump on the corner. Alvern, South, Keene. Keene moving past South on the backstretch. Going all the way for Alvern.
I'm just waiting for the team score update. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty excited about this. Tight meet.
Memorial, Keene, Alvern, South. South making up ground on Alvern like crazy.
Tell you what, the Bedford boys are in third with 58 points, and they're only a few points out of second. Nashville North at 62.
Wow.
So while Nashville North is trying to catch Pinkerton,
Yeah.
you got Bedford with 58 points trying to catch North for that all.
South just
Elusive
went from
flag.
fourth to first in 1 lap. See if they can hang on. What does North have for relays? They're in the
North
the
is in the second
section.
fastest for 4x2, but what are they in the second section for 4x4?
Yep.
All right, update on girls' team scores. Like we thought, Pinkerton has now just cemented their first indoor state title since 1981. They have 82 points. It is impossible for anybody else to catch them. So Pinkerton, congratulations, coaching staff at Pinkerton. You've done a phenomenal job putting this team together, and your girls should be commended. They're
Yes.
just winning now with one event left. Pinkerton, 82 points. Second place right now, like we thought, Exeter with a valuable 6 points. Leapfrogs, Nashua South, 51-49. So that's 2-point lead going into their final race of the 4x2. So hardware is going to be determined in that 4x2. Like we said, they're both in the last
both
heat,
in the
the
heater
fast
heat.
heat. Bishop Girton has 40 points, and Nashua North 32 points. I really have a hard time thinking that Bishop Girton trying to crack that top 3. So it's really going to come between Exeter and Nashua
I
South.
think so too.
So we'll see. Congratulations to the Lady Astros, first title since 1991. Congratulations
81
to
you
Coach
said, right?
81. That's like you
81.
said 91. See, getting old. And congratulations to Coach Mike Carthus, Coach Quarles, and the coaching staff of Pinkerton. You guys have represented New Hampshire very well the whole year, and you guys well deserved.
Well deserved.
But we get the runner-up plaque ready to go. And on the guys' side, it's going to be a close one, too. We'll see what this 4x4 holds, and then we'll set up the last
Absolutely.
event for you.
South in the lead, followed by Memorial, Keene, and Alvern. Larry's letting the guys know don't encroach on the track.
Wasn't that something having Larry Martin with us?
It was.
That was something else. I've been trying. Last year, he was a little sheepish. He didn't come over. Oh, yeah. This year, he came over. So
Well, he's definitely
little
a
history.
South.
It's just really important for
Memorial.
everybody to understand how much goes into the
Yeah.
indoor track league. I mean, it
Alvern.
doesn't just happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And he likes to stay behind the scenes because he likes to promote the kids and what they do.
Yeah, but Larry's the reason.
Oh, I
we're
know.
all
No,
here.
I'm not saying that, but that's
Exactly.
why he wants to take the back seat because he wants it to be all about the kids.
So
That's what he wants.
South won that 339.56. Let's pay attention to that 339.56 against South in the third heat. Like the girls, they post a pretty decent time. So let's see what that does.
All right, we've coming up in the second section. We got Merrimack, Dover, Nashua North, and Concord. Boys, they're sorting them out. They all want to start in a different lane. I don't blame them, but and they're off. Second heat.
Merrimack, Dover, North, Concord.
Is that Vorbach? It is.
Where? That is Vorbach. But hey,
Vorbach.
you know what? They need them. They got
They need
Bedford.
'em.
Bedford's going to have great relays. I mean,
Absolutely.
Bedford could very well overtake North for second and bring home
Absolutely.
that runner-up plaque. They're throwing 26-27.
I was going to
Not
say,
messing around.
I didn't notice him head to the start line, but I did
Don't you love
notice his form.
Don't you love that about this meet, though?
Yeah.
Seriously. You're going after team titles.
Yeah.
You're going to have distance runners
Look
running
at him.
4x4s.
Look at him going around, too.
This is exactly what you
The
want.
guy's flat out from the start. There is no pace change because he's flat out from the start.
It's usually what happens.
Guy,
see what
somebody
his
else
split
comes
is.
off in the second. The
Everybody
second part
has
of it.
no legs. We're not going to set any
Yeah.
records here, but it's about just pure competition. So 55 for a Vorbach on the leadoff leg. So North really does need to try to sneak in here with some points. Bedford,
So they got Ireland. Is Ireland in this too?
probably.
Probably.
Bedford is in the next heat, so they have a faster seat time. We'll see what this does.
Yep. North still leads.
No, Ireland's not in this. Ireland's not in this. Maybe he's doing the 4x2.
Yeah.
North needs a win here and post a fast time, put a little pressure on Bedford. They do hold a 4 1/3 point lead, so it's semi-comfortable, but it's not really.
North led through the handoff, but is now being tracked by Dover. Dover going around.
Bedford, by the way, has the
Concord going around.
second seed in the 4x2, and North is in the second of 3 heats. So the relays could be the difference. We
Could
say
be the
sometimes
difference.
as coaches it could come down to relays, and that's a real great testament to great teams. If they have good relays, it's usually a good
That's
representation.
Moyer from Dover again.
He just wants more track.
Yeah. Moyer, that was you with a bad pun.
Hey, you're rubbing off on me. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Concord going around Moyer. Moyer's done. Here comes Nashua North.
Hey, look at that move. Now, these
All
gentle
the
turns
way
sometimes you
around.
could do that here on these
Oh,
gentle turns.
they are definitely tired though. Tying up a little bit, all of them.
So we're at 244.
There we
with
go.
400 to go.
Concord setting out after him.
Keep in mind, South ran 339. I think that's going to get beat by North and Concord, but we'll see.
Dover's catching up again.
We've seen this kid a couple times too today.
We have.
Dover's doing a lot with a little.
Yes, they are. Trying to get
310,
around
311.
Concord too.
They're going to be low, probably 340.
Yep. Nashua North doing a good job
338,
keeping it
339.
going. Concord's trying to come on.
This is going to be
Dover
tight.
right behind him.
It's
Yeah.
going to be tight from the last heat as well. We're at 330 right now. It was 339.
Here comes North. Gonna take this
North
one.
is going to take it, but look at these
337.
next two times. North 337.41 for first. Second, 339.93 Concord. South is going to be third so
South
far.
is going to be third.
Dover 340.15. 347.47 Merrimack.
All right, in our third and final heat, we got Bedford, Pinkerton, Winnicunnet, and Exeter. Fastest time is Winnicunnet's by 600ths over Exeter.
Nashua North's going to be fifth, at least. So Nashua North's going to be fifth at least. That's going to be 2 points.
Do you think we got a
Does that bring
Jacob
up to
Winslow in
64?
Exeter?
I don't know if he
He's
can. Can he? Was
Yeah.
DQ'd.
Yeah, but he's they
What's
can
the rule?
no, they can come back.
Okay, it's not a scratch. You're right.
No,
So Nashua North right now, it's sitting at least 64 in the third. If Bedford pulls this out, best case scenario, obviously. Now Bedford just snuck in with a 340.75, so let's see what place they get. Rumwick is leading off for Pinkerton. He's your two-time champion today in the 55 and the 300 hurdles. 300 meters.
they could do 300 hurdles. They do it in high school. Why
Do it
not?
in here.
Just throw it in here. Throw in some
3
hurdles.
turns, that'd be awesome. Right off the turn, right into a hurdle.
Yeah,
Great.
perfect.
Exeter, early lead.
Rumwich is kind of in a little bit of a spot. He lets Winnicunnet swing in, and then he
yes.
moves out.
Watch this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't.
Bedford. Is that Kenny?
It's somebody.
That's Kenny.
And
Look at
Rumwich
this.
was not
Great
expecting
race.
that.
Great leadoff leg. Now Bedford's got to swing out wide. They're third on the exchange. Picking
Well,
it way out.
Yeah, way out now. It's 15 meters in a very short period of time.
No, he's smiling as he goes.
Yeah.
As he's going around.
Bedford trying to get around Winnicunnet. Exeter right there.
Tell you what, if Bedford gets second in this, they're going to hold a less than 2-point advantage.
Yep.
I'm sorry. It's going to be tied.
Tied.
But you know what? Nashua North has a third of a point. So Nashua North will be ahead by a third of a
Third
point.
of a point.
Figuring smiling or grimacing, I don't even know.
I'm
his
not
hands
really
off.
sure.
Bedford's got to do some work
Exeter
here.
took it in third.
Bedford needs a second here to make this really interesting.
Is that Winslow on the line?
No.
No.
Pinkerton, Exeter, Winnicunnet, Bedford. Bedford's the one that we're kind of watching to see if they could muster a little something up for the end to be able to bring home the runner-up plaque. North is second. They certainly deserve the runner-up plaque as well.
Yeah.
Between Vorbach and
Or
Ireland.
at least Vorbach in Ireland do.
Between them, they've scored 36 points.
Yes.
36 of the 64 and a third points they have right now.
Pinkerton's taking
Noah Woodman is with
the
the
last
anchor leg.
exchange. I
Uniforms
can't
look
imagine
sweet.
him getting caught.
Billy Powers.
Billy Powers,
Billy
though.
Powers, though. So Bedford is going to really have to push here. They're going to score about maybe 4 points. They're going to be 2 points behind, 2 1/3 points behind North going into the 4x2.
But they're making up ground
We'll
on
see.
Powers.
Powers has a little something left,
I'm
sure.
sure.
See what the Woodmen have.
They've all creeped
Exeter,
up on
Powers.
Pinkerton.
Bedford's doing a lot of work right now.
Bedford is doing a lot of work.
Let's see if Powers responds. He feels him. Is
Yep.
Powers going to respond? Look at Exeter. Exeter, fearless going after Woodman. Woodman's digging
Keeping
deep.
him on his shoulder.
Trying to hold him off. Let's see where the finish is. They're at 331, 332, 333, 334. And Pinkerton edges out.
Pinkerton does.
Pinkerton first, 334-63. I'm not sure if Bedford scored. Exeter second, 334-70. Winnicott third at 336-14. Bedford fourth in that heat, 337-98.
Yeah.
Let's set up those 4x2s.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. The girls, we got Alvern, Keene, Winnicott, and Timberlane in the first heat. Wow, that was a heck of a 4x4.
It really was. Let's see what it does with the team score. Again, this 4x200. What's our situation again, Mike?
I don't remember. They got to run fast.
No, team situation. Come on,
They
Mike.
got to run fast. That's all I
Pinkerton
know.
Academy is going to win their first title since
Right, we
1981.
already said that.
Exeter's up 2 on South. They're both in the heat of
Right.
heat, head to head.
Oh, yeah.
That's 2
And
more
they're
heats
in
to
with
go.
Pinkerton and Bedford. So it should be a barn burner. Barn burner.
So for those that are out in California, Montana, New York, that he really means barn burner,
Yes.
but they don't pronounce their R's in Messinic, so that's what happens.
Only
51-49 Exeter and South going into this one. Trying to give you an update on team scores heading into the last event for the 4x2s on the boys' side. So right now, Alvern, Keene, Winnicott, and Timberlane.
That's
Certainly
what I
has been a
said,
great
Tim.
track and field meet. I'm just filling
know.
up air.
Yeah. You're filling up air all
Getting
right.
tired. Is it still snowing outside?
I don't know. I heard Tom Brady got hit. And he's gonna
Shush. Don't say a word. Leave us alone with that.
Believe me, nobody's letting me know what's going on.
No, I'm not. We're not turning on the
Actually,
radio.
that's not
We're not going
true.
to turn the radio on the way home, right, AT?
That's not true. Actually, my wife just gave me an update.
No,
You know what- you wanna know what
no.
she said?
Dude, come on.
No, all she said was she was headed up to the neighbors
All right, thank you.
to watch it. I don't think she even knows. She's probably going to be surprised.
Can we stop
I think
talking
she
about the
thinks
game?
it's basketball. What game?
All
This
right.
is the only game in town,
Ashland
buddy.
North has a 6-point lead. Bedford mustered a 5th place. North actually beat Bedford on time in the 4x4 on the boys' side.
All right, Timberlane hands off first with Winnicott, Alvern, and Keene.
So North is at Pinkerton Academy is going to sweep the team titles today, Coach Smith.
Are they?
They're at 80 1/3 points to National North 66 1/3 points.
Yep,
So there's no way they're going to
can't
win
be-
that.
Can't be beat.
So Pinkerton, congratulations, Astro family.
Absolutely.
Pinkerton Academy, you're taking on both titles today. That is a huge, hearty congratulations for
Not easy to do.
for the academy.
Even
And then-
being as big as Pinkerton is, not easy to win two.
You have to. I mean, you got to work at it. You have to have a great
Yeah.
coaching staff. You have to have kids that buy in. That's humongous. And then, second place right now is North with 66 1/3 points. Bedford's at 60 points. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for Bedford to overtake North for second, going into the last 4x2 for the boys. But we'll see.
Winnicott, Keene. I think that's Timberlane and Alvern. Keene just blew by. Opening up a bit of a gap here. Keene coming through first.
First place was Keene, 155.54. Let's remember that time. Second place, Winnicott, 156.97. Third place, Timberlane, 158.10. Fourth place, Albert, 158.19.
Second heat, we've got Merrimack, Bishop Girton, Concord, and Nashua North.
This is where some of the definitely scores will come out of this heat.
Yep. Well, they have to, because, or of the heat before them, because there's only 4 in the final heat. Wait for them as they're setting up blocks. Once again, we're brought to you by Patriot Pole Vault Club, sponsors for today's meet. And of course, our friends at Runner's Alley.
Really is a team effort here in New Hampshire.
It certainly is.
Runners Alley, Lancer Timon, Berryman family, Larry Martin and his legacy, his life's work, really. If you look at it, between cross country, indoor, track.
I would have to agree with you. I don't know what else Larry's got going on in his life.
Oh, he's got a lot.
He's got a lot.
Got
We know
a
that.
Great family man, obviously.
Absolutely.
That's number one for him. But as far as work is concerned, on a professional level, I mean, this
This is it.
is tremendous. So we all owe a thanks to Larry Martin and family,
Yeah.
his wife,
Merrimack.
kids. Because without in really the Londonderry group, it all started at Raymond, really.
Yeah.
But the Londonderry High School group and their impact on
Yep. Well, I
they
mean,
have
when
left
you
a
look
lasting legacy. Rich
at
Navy,
Rich Nagy,
Al
Rick
Halpern,
Berryman, all those guys.
Ed Burgess, Ed Daniels.
Yeah.
Those are
Amy
legendary
Sanborn.
names. They have given so much to our sport, and
I mean,
we're fortunate enough to reap the benefits
there's a
of
good
it.
reason it's the name of the timing company's Lancer Timing.
Yeah.
Merrimack taking it first, followed by BG, North, and Concord.
So it's time for others to step up, though,
Yep.
and help out.
My goodness, North was moving so fast that she couldn't even get into lane 1.
She ran the 4x4.
Centripetal force was throwing her out into lane 2.
Centripetal force. That's a big word for you.
Big word. I
Good
know
job.
a few words. I'm a science teacher, buddy.
That's right. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, it's easy to forget when
Oh.
you talk to me. May not have been the best handoff.
You know, that's okay. It's 4x4.
Yep.
No, 4x2. It really
4x2.
wasn't the best handoff. Everybody's tired,
Everybody's tired.
but they're competing, and that's what New Hampshire's known for. We're never going to quit.
No, Merrimack went right around. This one looks like it's going to be Merrimack North. A battle going on in Concord and BG. Concord over BG.
So that was one in 153.85 by Merrimack, so they had the fastest time. North,
I think we were looking at 155.
155.27 Concord, and then Bishop Girton comes in 155.32.
I think
So,
it was 155.54.
so what? Here's the real race right
Here's
here.
the real race. We got
Pinkerton is
Exeter.
gonna win. This is their first state title since 1981. We've already established that. It's between Exeter and South.
Exeter South.
Exeter has a
Bedford,
2-point advantage. If they
Pinkerton
beat,
Ninjas.
all they gotta do is beat South, and they get the runner-up plaque.
Yep.
If South beats Exeter, it depends if it's a fifth versus
Right.
It could be a fifth versus a sixth. It's the only time
That it wouldn't be enough
it wouldn't
points.
be a tie, and they would have to if there
If
is
it's
an
a
event
tie.
of a tie, then the NHIA will make up another
Yeah,
runner-up plaque and
Absolutely.
deliver it to one of the schools. You know, funny story. 2009, I believe it was. We tied with Merrimack Valley for runner-up, and we had to do like a coin flip to see who get the plaque that
To
day.
take it home.
Yeah.
I think I
Bob
would've-
Mullen won.
I was gonna say I would
So
have
we
let him.
waited. It was okay.
I was gonna say I would have let him take it home.
It was fun. I actually thought we should do rock paper scissors,
Yeah.
but that would have added some competition.
Yeah. Some more competition. The competition.
No, it's all
I
good.
would have said send it to me.
Send it.
Send it. That way it comes in packaged. I don't damage it on the bus.
I always like a little character to a plaque. That means you celebrated well.
Yeah, I suppose. when we came in second in 2015 by 1 point to Kearsarge.
Wow.
We've got 6 championship plaques now up in the trophy case for cross. One of them being girls. This runner-up one does not reside in the trophy case. We didn't let it go in there. It sits above my door, and the kids. I told them I want to see them wear off all the lettering on
I
it.
like it.
Every day before practice, they head out and
I like it.
wipe their grimy hands on it, and we try to rub the second place lettering right out of it. Not that I mind coming in second.
That's awesome.
Here we go. This should be interesting. And they are flying.
Last race of the day, last race of these 2018
Bedford
championships.
is moving.
Pinkerton is going to be your state champions as far as the team is concerned. Let's see if they can put an exclamation point on this in the 4x2.
I wonder if South and Exeter know what's at stake at this point.
I'm sure they do.
You would think they would.
Both coaching staffs kind of know. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. So Exeter's going to take it in front of South.
Yep. All fair handoffs.
Bedford to
can't
the
cut
front.
in. Bedford, man, they're the king and queens of relays
They
today.
are. Pinkerton sliding to the back, but they have nothing to
South
fear.
making a move on Exeter.
You got to get around, though. That's tough.
These turns are long, but they're gentle. Let's see on this handoff.
South has to do this.
2 exchanges to go. Good exchange for Exeter. Good exchange for South. Exeter has a commanding lead on them
Exeter was
now.
able to keep their momentum, though.
Yep, they were. The baton did not slow down with
Yeah.
Exeter. That was a much better exchange. Exeter's challenging Bedford right now.
And why not? Why not?
Pinkerton's in 4th. But again, it really doesn't matter what place
Make sure
they
you
come.
get that baton in their hand at this point.
See the handoffs. Great handoff also. Here we go. Exeter is
Exeter
going to
did an
cement.
excellent job.
Exeter's going to cement the second place runner-up plaque. I don't know. Sidney Lewis is making a race out of this from South. I
She
may
is
have spoken
gaining
too
on him.
soon. I
She
may
is
have spoken
gaining.
too soon.
There's not a lot of track left.
Oh
though.
my gosh, this is going to come down to the last 50 meters. Let's see what happens. Exeter's making a play for the title with the 4x2 right now. South
Lewis
on the
is trying to run
inside.
over the inside.
Exeter comes in second. Bedford wins the 4x2. Exeter not only comes in second in the 4x200, but they now
Second.
come in second as a team.
State championship.
They're bringing home the runner-up plaque. Congratulations,
Absolutely.
coaches LeVay and Coach Scazzatelli and staff in Exeter for taking home the runner-up plaque.
All right.
Once again, Pinkerton wins this team title. First in the 4x2, 151.10 was Bedford. Second, Exeter, 151.45. Third, South, 151.68. Fourth, Pinkerton, 152.82. What do we got in the boys 4x2 first heat?
First heat, Spalding, Timberlane, Alvern, and Memorial. And they're all within 0.4 of a second of each other. Setting up some blocks. Spalding saying, we don't need blocks.
You guys got to go around if you want to go through it.
All right. Looks like we're getting blocks set up. Memorial and Spalding are going without.
Usually 4 teams per sections. Last 3 heats of today's championships. Again, once again, a congratulations to everyone that participated today, especially to the champions and their runner-ups, but also to everybody that's helped. A huge thank you to all the volunteers and the officials. And New Hampshire once again put on a great day.
All right, they're settling into the blocks now. They're up, and they're off. Alvern making up the stagger right away. Here comes Spalding on the inside. They'll lead the handoff.
So final scores on the girls' side. Pinkerton is your team champion, 86 points. Exeter team runner-up, 59 points. South third, 55 points. Bishop Girton fourth, 40 points. Fifth was Bedford, 38 points. They had just won 3 in a row. Congratulations to Lady Bulldogs. Sixth, North, 33 points. Seventh, Merrimack, 24 points. Eighth is with 16 points is Concord. Rounds out your top 8 teams.
Great pass by Memorial. So we got Spalding, Memorial, Timber Lane, and Alvern. Timber Lane and Alvern making a move on Memorial, not getting them by the corner. They're all making some inroads on Spalding. Spalding will hand off, make the last pass first. Memorial, Timber Lane, Alvern. Oh, closing this up. Looks like Spalding will stay out though.
Congratulations, Spalding.
Stuck out in front the whole time. We got Spalding with 139.05, Memorial 139.72, Timberlane 140.03, and Alvern 140.44. Second heat, we got Londonderry, Merrimack, Nashua North, and Exeter. Nashua North's going to do anything. They got to do some damage in this heat.
If they can win this heat, they basically cement the runner-up plaque. Basically, we'll see. Bedford does have the second fastest seed time. A second and a half faster than Nashua North. Again, Nashua North going into the final race has a 6 1/3 point lead over Bedford for the runner-up plaque. If for some reason you're just joining us, Pinkerton has swept the team titles. Pinkerton is going to win. They have 80 1/3 points. And they also have the fastest seat time going into the 4x2.
Bedford must have made some points in the field events.
Must have.
I'm
Yeah, well,
guessing
they've
with
always
Nashua
been
North.
strong in field
Right,
events
right.
and relays.
I just say because I just don't remember seeing that many Bedford people out on the track.
You can almost call them the Bedford field and track team. That's
Field
how
and
good they are.
track team, yeah.
Field relay.
And then
and track team.
you've got Nashua North, which is almost like the Nashua distance team.
I don't know, man. They're putting together some good relays here at the end.
They are.
They snanked in front of
I
Bedford.
certainly
in
don't.
that
I don't
4x4.
mean to denigrate any of the
Right.
other athletes, but when you get 36 points out of
Yeah.
two guys,
Two guys. The 4x8 did well.
not quite the 38 that the 28 that Robitaille put up for herself.
That was a great display in Division 2 earlier today.
There we go. They're off. Like we said, Nashua North can help their cause by winning this heat, putting the pressure on Bedford.
Four by two, such an exciting relay.
Yeah.
They break here. They could break into the inside here.
Yeah. North takes it in second, behind Merrimack. And
North's going to try to complete
going
the
around.
pass. Can he complete the pass by the beginning of the turn?
Not by the beginning, but makes it by halfway through. He had enough
It is a
momentum to
gentle
carry
turn.
around.
It is a gentle turn. Imagine if this place was banked. That'd be
Oh.
crazy fast.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that was a great move.
What a weird.
Oh, that's all right. And
Well, they
North is
lost
gonna-
a little,
Exeter
little
cut in.
momentum.
Okay, Exeter's taking the lead now. Man, this is a race. Look
This
at that.
is-
4 guys.
Yeah, within what?
Within a second of each other.
Not even.
This is going to be a great last leg. This
Not-
exchange is going to be kind of hairy.
North just tripped up,
Take
I
him out.
think, on his own.
Exeter with the big lead here. That's a big lead for a 4x2.
Yes, that is. Right now, North sitting in third, maybe fourth.
Londonderry fourth, North third. North now going into second.
And making up a lot of ground.
Let's see what happens. I think Exeter's going to have enough real
I
estate.
think so. I think so.
So let's look at these times. 136.62 unofficial. North was second. 136.60 for Exeter. Second was North, 137.26. So we're paying attention to Bedford going into the
Bedford,
last
yep.
race of the day.
Which
Before
we
this
have.
last race of the day, let's thank everybody. Thank you, Mike, for a great day of announcing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I enjoyed it.
This was a lot of fun.
It
And
was.
we'll see everybody when the spring opens.
Absolutely.
We're looking at probably Merrimack Valley Invitational in mid-April, and that'll start our season, and then we'll go all the way through May, almost every week with a live stream. So keep that in mind.
Nice.
But always, always, always visit the website. We always have new stuff on there. And again, if anybody wants to contribute, we would love to have you contribute in content, pictures, anything like that. Sponsors, if you're
Cool
interested
stuff.
sponsor, if you're interested in sponsoring, just drop us an email. Our email's on that front page, and we can chat about how you can help support. Because the more support we get, the more quality of value that we can provide to everybody
Absolutely.
here in New Hampshire.
All right, final. Last heat, Concord, Winnicott, Pinkerton, in Bedford.
So to set it up for you, North was second in that last heat. Bedford is behind by 6 points. And again, North pretty much in the driver's seat. They were in a solid relay. They're probably going to score at least a point. So Bedford would have to be at least second
Yes.
to overtake them. Like we said,
They
both
are
teams
ranked second.
both teams are very deserving here. So if Bedford comes in second, they'll take the runner-up plaque. If my math is correct.
I have no idea. I can't do that sort of thing. Well, I said I'm science.
It'll be by 3/4 of a point.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Looks like Pinkerton is looking to put a heavy exclamation point on this because they definitely have their A team out here.
They
Again,
do.
even though you haven't won, you still want to go away a winner in the last event. I'd like to thank Peter Adesano on the camera all day for both races, both meets, I should say.
Interesting.
Greg Hall is the photographer. Davio
Yeah.
Dulugo is the photographer. We'll get those pictures up as soon as we can in the next day or so.
Corey Dow.
Corey Dow doing interviews and social media. Mr. Al Halpern,
Yeah.
Mr. Starter
Getting
extraordinaire.
Getting rid of all his blanks now. All set for the day.
Looks like Bedford's in the lead coming off the stagger. Let's see how they cut in this exchange. Good exchange. Bedford in the lead.
This would do it.
But you got Roomwick, Pinkerton on the anchor leg.
And Pinkerton
There
is
we go.
flying.
Pinkerton's going to take the lead on this leg, and they're not going to relinquish it, is my prediction.
They might not quite get the lead, but they'll hand off even.
Yeah, just tying up a little bit. Let's see what Bedford can bring. Once again, if Bedford comes in first or second,
Bedford had a
Unofficial.
solid pass.
unofficially,
Solid
they're
pass.
going to take the runner-up plaque. They have to come in first or second in the season in the event. If they do that, they'll take the runner-up plaque. Pinkerton now challenging for the lead. I think they should switch.
Yeah,
Rumwick.
I would
There
have.
you go.
I would
Yeah.
have rather done
So let's
that.
see what happens. You can't. I can't see Rumwick losing this anchor leg. I think
can't
Bedford's
either.
going to end up sneaking and getting the runner-up plaque if they
I
can
think
hold
they
off
might.
Mutz. Mutz is also in third. Mutz from Concord is third. Mutz could overtake Bedford. It'll be
And it
Nashua
looks like
North
it's
with the
going
second
to.
place
Looks
plaque.
like he is going to. Oh my goodness. Rumwich is gonna stay out, but wow. We're gonna have to check
going to
some
be
math.
Nashua North.
We're gonna have
Nashua
to
North
check some math.
with Mutz coming through like that,
Wow.
Nashua North is going to be second overall as a team.
Safe to say, Mutz was probably inspired by the fact that he wasn't running the 55.
Yeah.
Had
Mike,
something to prove.
thanks a lot. That was phenomenal.
You're welcome, buddy. Enjoyed
Thanks
it.
everybody for viewing. Hopefully this helped a lot of you out across the country to see your kids or relatives compete. I'm just going to hang out 1 second, see if I could get the final score here.
All right, again, thanks to Patriot Pole Vault Club for their sponsorship of this meet. Runner's Alley for everything that they do. Lancer Timing for doing the timing. Professionally, as always. And then, of course, the crew here at New Hampshire Track and Field that gets this stuff all done.
All right, looks like we're not going to see that right away. So, hey, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Go Patriots. We'll see you in the springtime.